consume us all. Consume us all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We got one, baby. We got a Tuesday, 2026, ready to rock, ready to go. Man, it's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big one. We have a challenge today, folks. Challenge today. We cannot turn off the live stream until we have success with our trading. I must win a trade for us to turn off the live stream. That's a pretty fun way to trade, right? That's a pretty cool way we could do this. So, guys, it's going to entice me to trade. It's going to make sure that, again, before I walk away today, I have a winning trade. I don't know how long that's going to take. Hopefully it takes 5 minutes. And then again, I can say challenge complete. But the thing is here, guys, we cannot stop until we have green on that P&L. Now, when I do something like this, I do have to be careful. And what do I have to be careful about? I cannot be a guy that is just randomly jumping in on everything just to try to say, oh yeah, I won on a trade. I would rather just keep doing what I do. And what I do is wait for a good, consistent setup. Wait for a good, disciplined trade, pull the trigger. Now, where's the issue going to be? The issue will be, depending on what market conditions are, if there is a good trade for us, if there is a good opportunity for us, because if it gets later in the morning and I'm still not green, then I may have to start getting a little forcey. Which obviously I don't want to do. I don't want to get a little forcey, but there is a chance that that could potentially happen. So, traders, let's see what we have here coming up on this day. It is currently 7:29. In the next minutes, we will have a brand new wave of hot press releases coming on out. So all eyes over on Fox Runner right now. We had CYCN, which had news last night, and we had AEVA. AEVA, which had news last night as well. We'll go over both of those in a second. Let's just see if something big comes on out. Let's see if we get something hot. Let's see if something crazy comes on out. Let's see if we can be able to make as much money as possible. Like, let's do it. So, my position box right now is 0 out of 0. I also want to bring over a short locate box just in case anything does start spiking very quickly and I want to look for some quick short locates. I could be able to do that as well. So again, short locate box ready to rock and roll. Again, got my position box all set, ready to rock. It is 7:30 right now. Let's again see any news. Now again, what I have my filter set for is going to be low float news only, which means it's going to be stocks between 0 to 30 million in float. Float are the shares available to the public. The lower the float, the higher the demand, the bigger the spike. If you have a low supply of something and a high demand of something, you get a quick increase in price. Same exact thing if we wanted to think about it as like a supply and demand. If there's only 2 houses available in a neighborhood and 30 people want that house, the price gets driven up. If we have a stock that has a very low supply of shares and it comes out with a hot press release that says, hey, NVIDIA is going to work with this company, everyone's going to move into it, those limited shares are going to become very expensive. So you can usually see what are the top gainers on the day. CYCN, 3 million in float, that's low. EVTV, 4 million in float, that's low. AZI, 2 million in float, that's low. You know what I mean? So usually lower float stocks are the ones that are going to perform a little bit better. Now, as of now here, traders, I am not seeing too many big spikers, big rippers, big runners. I see what you guys talking about. AZI trying to get a little bit of hype right now. ALMS right here had a little bit of a pop and then came right back on down. DRUG had a quick little spike as well. So, I mean, again, just like some different little plays right here. If that is AZI, if that is DRUG, if that is ALMS, nothing that is stealing the show. But would there be stocks that I would say, let's be aware of? Absolutely. Let's start preparing here. Let's make sure everyone starts getting a little preparation behind them. What are going to be some plays right here and right now that every single person should be watching? One of those plays is definitely going to be CYCN. Now, CYCN actually had news last night. So if you guys are over on Fox Runner and you guys are looking at what are the top gainers with news or filings, there's barely anything today. An 8% gain, a 6% gain, a 5% gain. Guys, this is like awful. You're telling me out of all the hot news, the best top gainer is up only 8%? But you could see top gainers out of all stocks, right? If we take a look at all plays today, the number one top gainer is CYCN. Again, ATMC, they said they're getting rid of that January 15th. That's a delisted play. You can get rid of that. So, CYCN, 53% gain right here. This play, again, is the number one top gainer. But it's not saying it has news today because it did have news last night. If we actually go over here, guys, and we take a look over on CYCN, type in CYCN, give it a look, go over towards news, we could see that we actually had a press release last night, 1-5. This was yesterday. Today's Tuesday. So if we take a look over here, it actually has an amazing press release. And it says CYCN announces strategic agreement. Agreement is a key word with treatment. So we have agreement and we have treatment right here. And this is what's bringing in all that hype and bringing in all that momentum is CYCN announces strategic agreement for, again, initiating phase 2 of treatment. And again, just seeing this press release, this is what people, again, are starting to, run over towards. So CYCN had an absolutely awesome press release last night. It was alerted on Fox Runner as well. Stock went from $1, spiked up to $2. But over the last, I would say, 12 hours, the stock essentially has just moved sideways. There really hasn't been that much money to be made over, again, the last, There hasn't been that much money to be made over the last 12 hours if you didn't catch it right when it came on out. Now, the other great play that came out with a press release the previous night was AEVA. AEVA, guys, this one went from $13 and shot up to $18. This one's a little bit more volatile. You can see this one went from $18, dumped on down to $15, spiked on up to $18, back on down to $16. So this is another one that had a very nice press release. So if we type in AEVA right here, we could see Monday 1-5 at the time of 6 o'clock. This actually had a good press release. It says right here, AEVA and NVIDIA are to integrate 4D Lidar as reference sensors with NVIDIA's Drive Hyperon platform ecosystem. So again, how did I find this one? This one was actually, again, not only alerted today, you guys can actually scroll on down and you can actually see there's CYCN, again, talked about news last night. And then same exact thing with AEVA. AEVA, last night news, AEVA, NVIDIA. But you can also go back to, again, yesterday's top gainers, or again, yesterday's alerts. And yesterday's alerts were two kind of very big important things. There it is, the news last night, AV and NVIDIA, and then there is also CYCN last night as well. So again, make sure you guys are always watching Fox Runner at night as well, because the analyst will continue to post different alerts for you guys to make sure that you guys are all good. But what's a very big and very important thing that you guys have to be aware of? Last night, NVIDIA, the CEO, came out and they started talking about what they're planning on doing in 2026. I posted this link for every single person. I don't know if you guys, again, watched it. If you guys didn't watch it, I did. I tuned into the entire thing. NVIDIA, last night, the CEO, Jensen Huang, came on out and he gave a few different speeches. And with these speeches, he was going over different topics, different subjects, different things that he wants people to be aware of. Now, I was posting a lot of little snippets for every single person. I don't know if you guys checked it out. Go over to my X account if you guys have not yet. But basically, what he came on out here is he said, first off, he goes, something I want every single person to know is we are working extremely hard on agentic AI, right? Agentic AI. Now, agentic AI, for anyone who does not know, is a very broad term. It's not like if it's like a very specific niche. So I know, again, it's kind of crazy when you're like, well, what's agentic AI? What's agentic AI? Agentic AI is going to be all of their different platforms throughout NVIDIA, talking about, again, basically thinking and being able to come to a solution of a problem. It's not really a specific stock. It's not like a brand of stocks that only work in agentic AI. So this is a little bit of a very broad term, little heads up. But then he said something interesting. He goes, I want to talk about our first ever self-driving thinking vehicle. So then NVIDIA, they went into a few different things. But if you guys did not see this, they actually went into an entire breakdown about how they are working and trying to make every single car on the road completely autonomous. So again, they stopped the presentation to go ahead and do this video. And this is through San Francisco during rush hour. And during rush hour, here is a car driving through San Francisco, and what you can see is yield to jaywalker. There's sensors, and it knows it's a jaywalker. It's going through, again, it says yield to pedestrian on the right turn. So there's sensors, and they know it's a pedestrian. They know if a car is pulling on out. They know, again, where they should be going. And this is a non-stop video for about 5 to 10 minutes, basically, of the car completely driving itself, which is absolutely amazing. So, traders, already my mind started thinking. And I started saying to myself, hey, you know what? I want to be watching if NVIDIA is getting themselves involved in autonomous vehicles. Could autonomous vehicles be the wave of 2026? Could Uber be one of the best plays of 2026? Could Tesla be one of the best plays of 2026? Could NVIDIA be one of the best plays of 2026? Could Aurora, AUR, be one of the best plays of 2026? Could Pony AI be one of the best plays of 2026? They said one of their main goals for the next step of artificial intelligence is going to be having autonomous vehicles and having NVIDIA. He also stopped and he said one of the next big things is going to be robotics. And look what they brought out. These little cute guys. These are the cutest little guys I've ever seen. I will also say these are probably the most like coolest looking realistic robotics I've seen, like fluent robotics I see. And they were listening to them. And now what makes me wonder right now is there someone off on the side with a little remote control controlling them? What do you guys think? Do you guys think there is someone out on a remote control controlling these robots? Or are these robots right here 100% kind of thinking on their own? They're walking out to him like a dog walking out to, again, their owner. Are they, again, listening to him? Or is there someone off on the other side just kind of controlling them with a remote control? We don't know. But this is basically, part that they were bringing on up. So that was, something I want you guys to be aware of. They also started going into a little bit more of the technology behind, again, their autonomous vehicle. I shared this video going over agentic AI over on my X account if you guys want to go check that on out. And then, of course, we're all set. But really the big key takeaways were that they are going to be working on autonomous vehicles, and they're continuously working on robotics. So those are, again, two really big things that you guys can take away from the CES conference last night. But immediately, I'm thinking to myself, oh, wow, could Uber be a great play coming on up? Could Pony be a great play coming on up? Could AUR Aurora be a great play coming on up? If, again, NVIDIA starts really tackling the AV market. Now, I'm going to tell every single person right here. Hold on. Do we have ALMS starting to spike? Guys, ALMS right now. Woo! Getting a little action. Forget what I'm saying. Let's go over to ALMS for a moment. ALMS. This play right here, traders, this is, again, stock was halted from primary and secondary endpoints. This is an awesome press release. If you guys go over here, let's take a scrolling down. This was at 7:24 a.m. 7:24 a.m. It says ALMS halted, met primary and secondary endpoints. ALMS is currently halted and the resume time is 7:30. It says it has top-of-line endpoints from its phase 3 trials. This is one of the best press releases you can have. Now, let's see how high we can go. All right, guys. ALMS, it's live right here. Stock is starting to spike. I know, I'm sorry, I was kind of in the zone right there talking about, NVIDIA's CES conference last night. But ALMS, it's making traders some money, eh? It's making some traders some cash, eh? So, first things first, I just want to see, are there shares available to short? I don't know if we even need to locate shares because there is an S here, but there's also short sale restriction. So let's just double check this. Let's go to already shortable. ALMS is already shortable if you want to pull the trigger. So every single trader here, little heads on up, you guys can already pull the trigger if you guys want to on the short side. Now, why is ALMS a scary stock to short? Well, because it has an amazing press release. But even with an amazing press release, you have to think to yourself, how high is too high? How high is too high before the stock starts getting some sort of pullback? How high is too high before the stock starts getting some sort of drop? How high is too high before the stock starts saying, hey, we just went from $10, exploded up to $19. There's a good chance that we come back down towards $11. Could that be happening here? So right here, traders, we want to make sure that you guys are all good. So right here, team ALMS. Let's watch this one. Now, ALMS, again, incredible press release. Talks about positive endpoints. That is, when you see positive endpoints, it's one of the best press releases you guys can possibly have. So, little heads on up. Just has a little cheat sheet right here. For every single person. I don't know if you guys know or do not know, but you guys can, if you guys do not know how to read good press releases, click this little hot keyword tab right here. And then go to the bottom right-hand corner, and you guys are going to be able to see where it says right here, a download keyword list. So let me move this over for you guys. So if you guys click here and you click hot press release, and then you click download keyword list, you'll have all the hottest keywords that you guys should always be focusing on over in hot press releases. So you guys can see right here, hot press release keyword list. These are words in a title that you guys want to constantly be looking for. 4-star words right here. Positive endpoints, primary, positive CEO statements, phase 3, positive, top line, significant, demonstrates, treatment, drug trials, agreement, cancer, partnership. These are words that when they're in the title, there's going to be a more of an enticing, for buyers to be able to jump in. Don't you want to find stocks that have opportunity to move up? Don't you want to find stocks that have opportunities to be able to bring in buying volume? Buyers are going to move into stocks when they see one of these words, or it's going to help the stock be able to move up in a quicker fashion when they see the word positive top line results on, again, their endpoints. There's going to be better phase 3 trials are on their treatments, have approval. They were awarded a partnership, they demonstrate that their positive drug trials are working. We have success. We have important data which has reached endpoints. These are things that you guys want to be aware of. So what I suggest everyone does is take the most important 3-star words that you guys like and then add them to your keywords. So again, some of my favorite keywords are the 3-star words. And then I also put in red some of the other ones that I'm not the biggest fan of. So again, I put the ones in red, like maybe, upcoming, offering. That's how I know to stay away. But when I see gold words like approval, top of the line, cancer, positive, phase, NVIDIA, awarded, meaningful, those are words that I kind of say to myself, oh wow, hey, these are going to be words I definitely like. So again, whenever you see gold, that's kind of what brings in a lot of hype. That brings in a lot of attention for me. Those are the ones that I like the most. Red, I tend to stay away from. And then, of course, blue or purple or anything like that, those are kind of like the middle ground that I definitely enjoy seeing that, I just kind of want to check out and make sure that we're all set. So make sure that you guys are all good, ready to rock and roll. Last but not least as well, in case if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys download the Fox Runner app also, just because it is so helpful, because you can pick your keywords such as positive or endpoints or anything along those lines, and you guys will get the words sent to your phone. So whenever there is a positive, whenever there is a acquire, whenever there's a breakthrough, whenever there is success, it's pushed to my phone, so I know the press release right away. So just a little heads up for you guys so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, and you guys are always, again, ready to get after it. Now, right now, ALMS is kind of moving a little sideways. Now, is this a bull flag pattern? Is this like a calm before the storm? Now, something I did not look at is what's ALMS's float? If ALMS has a massive float, unfortunately, it's just going to be a little slow, okay? So just a little heads on up. Float 59 million. So again, that's why it's also not on like my main page right here. It's not because I only do up to 30 million. This is 59 million in float. It's a little bit of a larger float, guys. Having a little bit of a larger float, you can expect it's going to be a little slower. That's just how things work. When you have a low float, you have fast movers. When you have a larger float, it's going to be a little slower. It's a little heavier. It's going to take some time to move behind it. Okay? So right now, I'm still trying to see what is going to be that next possible move, that next possible rip, and that next possible run here. ALMS, gets back above 1825. ALMS, obviously, clear-cut number one top gainer, 107% gain. Yahoo Finance has us 59 million in float. ALMS, the float's over here, 69 million in float. CYCN, 3 million in float. CYCN, again, had news last night, very solid. And the same with AEVA. AEVA had NVIDIA news last night. This is one of those plays that could possibly go on a very nice rip, very nice run, very nice spike, and very nice climb. So AEVA, that's one of those plays that could be able to really kind of get the party going. So I would not sleep on this one in any sort of way. Now, ALMS, is there a chance that this one just opens on up and turns into a dumper? Is there a chance that this one spiked, formed that nice upper shadow, and kind of just starts turning all the way back down to $16? Absolutely, there's a chance that happens. I always get tempted. I always get tempted to want to go ahead and short like plays like ALMS. Even though, again, they have good news, the stock has moved $7 or $10 on the day. The stock went from $9 to $19. The stock, again, has room to fall back down to $16.45. If I, again, jump in on 100 shares on the short side, is there a chance that we come back on down towards the VWAP? Is there a chance that I could make a quick little $300, $400? Is there a chance that I could be able to pull the trigger and be able to come out on top? I think so. So we always are just trying to stay as ready as we possibly can with every single little move. Let's see if ALMS can form a little bull flag pattern. So we do have the very big spike. Bull flag pattern. Got to see if we get a little tighter. And as we get inside this little wedge, as we get tighter inside this little triangle, that's where this play could possibly start getting a little more movement. What do you guys think? Do you guys think ALMS is a better play on the upside? Buy it. Great news, up 100%. Do you think ALMS is a better play on the downside? Hey, you know what? This play is going to have a quick little spike, and then it's going to start fading and falling, as a lot of, again, $20, sub $20 stocks do. Or do you guys think that ALMS may have just had a spike, and now it's just going to move sideways the rest of the day? Does anyone think that ALMS might just be one of those plays that spikes on up and then just kind of moves sideways for the rest of the day? Doesn't really do too much other than just continue to move sideways? I mean, that's a possibility as well. Right now, it looks like $17 is going to crack, though. Has room to fall back down to $16.60. Or $16.67, excuse me. About a 30-cent drop it could do. 30-cent drop could be coming on up here, guys. Obviously, very interested on ALMS because it's the most active. We got about 10 minutes. We got about 10 minutes till the next press release wave. Let's keep our eyes peeled on ALMS. Let's see if ALMS starts getting any sort of more volume. Let's see if ALMS starts getting any sort of more hype. Let's see if ALMS starts getting any sort of more action or momentum behind it. All right? All right, here. There's a little bit of that drop as we talked about over on ALMS, a little bit weakness. I will say my favorite press release of the day is still AEVA, guys. AEVA, this is a sleeper pick to me. It's one of those sleeper picks, has NVIDIA news, talks about Lidar, autonomous vehicles. That's how, again, autonomous vehicles see. So a lot of people are investing in Lidar. Just a little heads on up. Let's just say hypothetical. All right, I'd rather have you guys just be aware. All right, hypothetically, let's say all of a sudden Lidar stocks or AV, autonomous vehicles, start taking on off. This is Lidar. Lidar is what autonomous vehicles use to be able to see. So essentially, it's kind of like radar, but it's not. It's with Lidar. So it's like, oh, great description. But it's a very similar fashion where you are going to be able to send off or emit some sort of wave, and then it comes back, and then you're able to put some sort of image together. So Lidar is how, again, all these cars and such are able to be able to see and detect, other vehicles. They're able to kind of figure things out because they're sending out these kind of radar waves that are coming back. But again, it's not radar, it's called Lidar. So if you want to, if we're seeing, oh wow, AV is getting hot. NVIDIA just announced they're moving into the autonomous vehicle market. Tesla, Uber. Let's go ahead and see. What are some potential Lidar stocks? Well, again, let me grab the right link. That's my YouTube link. So Lidar stocks right here. Let's go with the following companies are among the primary publicly Lidar traded plays. We have HASI. Let's just see how these are doing. Has anyone kind of jumped in on the wave already? HSAI over the last month has been moving on up. OUST, little bit of pop over the last 3 days with a small gap up today. Okay. AEVA. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Lidar. AEVA. AEVA? Why does that one sound so familiar? Oh, well, didn't NVIDIA just come out with an announcement saying that they're going to be using AEVA, aka the stock that's currently up 24% on the day? So you can see maybe. Let's just start putting the pieces together a little bit. We know, again, Elon Musk is working on the Cybercab. They start having autonomous vehicles going throughout Texas right now. We have Google working on Waymo. Waymo goes through Texas, goes through San Diego, goes through San Francisco. Okay, cool. Now, again, we're having NVIDIA. We're working with Uber having their own self-driving cars. So if we have self-driving, what else is going to get brought up with it? Well, we are going to have Lidar stocks as well, such as AEVA or OUST or HSAI. These are going to be plays that maybe you guys want to be able to be aware of. So, I'm not saying full port your account. They're going to spike crazy today. But I will say, hey, write that down. And you might all of a sudden say, oh, yeah, I remember when Deck was telling me about some Lidar plays. Right? Things that I think you guys could definitely do very well on. Right now here, traders, we're seeing what we have. Focusing on staying ready. ALMS just moving sideways right now. CYCN. Hey, guys, all I ask every single day, if you guys have not yet, smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. Smash that freaking thumbs up. Get yourself ready to go. Drop a comment in the chat right now. Retweet this if you guys are over on X. Let's get ready for a big day. That's all I want. I want a big day. I want an exciting day. I want to dance today. I want to dance. I want to slowly unbutton this absolutely fine silky dress shirt. I want to move the tie out of the way, and I want to start exposing a little more skin. That's what today's all about. 2026 is going to be the year of sexuality in trading. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we should just focus on fundamentals. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we could just stick with technical analysis. Hey, yeah, Deck, that sounds like a great idea. Let's focus on support and resistance rather than getting nude on stream. Well, you know what? This is my stream. I can do what I want. What are you drinking there? It's a little, you ever see Space Jam? It's Mike's special stuff. Hey, Mike, you got any more of that special stuff? We can really use some of that special stuff, Mike. That's what, so you got to bottle up. Got to bottle up Mike's special stuff every single day. Be able to take on the Monstars. You had the special stuff in you the whole entire time. That was just water. I know half the people don't even know what I'm talking about. That's the way I like to do my humor. Maybe not the best strategy, but I like going to a point that only maybe one person knows what I'm talking about. But that guy's like, man, this guy's awesome. Everyone else I lost. It's a very bad business model. Just keep going and going and going until no one has any idea what I'm talking about except for that one guy. But he just loves it. ALMS. Starting to have a little pullback. CYCI, not too much. BFRG, no. EVTV, no. BFRG, no. DRUG, no. WVE. WVE, a little bit of a bounce play after having about 5 red days in a row. WVE getting a $14 bounce up to 1872. Just a little heads on up over here. We might see a little bit of action over on WVE. Did have a press release 23 hours ago. It's talking about they're going to present at the 44th annual JP Morgan conference. To be frank with you, that's not a big press release in any way. I think this is more of a play. That's more of a dip buy. It's more of, this stock has gone from $7 up to $22 because I had a press release, last week, it says, or it came out with a press release, in early December. And I think it's just been falling and now traders getting a little bit of a dip buy. I'm not seeing too much out of WVE at this moment. CYCN. So guys, I think the best thing for us to do is let's wait 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, we have the 8 a.m. press release wave. That means new opportunity. That means brand new setup. That means brand new breakouts, brand new rips, and brand new runs. Now also, what is today? Traders, for anyone who does not know, today is going to be a fun day. Because today is a day that we also have One Stop Props Challenge. So let me get the link here. I have it on my phone. Let me just email it to myself. But today is a day that we have another free tournament. Little heads up for every single person. So we always like doing these free tournaments. We always like getting after it with these free tournaments. Free tournaments are always a good time because, you get to sign up. And if you win, you get to win like a $50,000 cash account. So let me again grab this, send this to myself, and I'll post this for every single person. Tournaments are fun. Kind of get after it, see what we can do. We got about 2 minutes here, though. 2 minutes until the next press release wave. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that next press release wave. We're looking for the next big hype. We're looking for the next big move. We're looking for the next big, wave of momentum. But we are seeing kind of this fader right now over on ALMS. All right, traders, let's see what we have with the One Stop Prop Tournament. So, here's the One Stop Prop Tournament. Every single person can sign up today for free. And let's see what we have here. It says, I'm going to bring this on over. It says, exclusive trading competition, our biggest prizes yet. Tradecaster has partnered with One Stop Prop for an exclusive community competition you don't want to miss. So, first place, let's think about this, guys. First place gets a $100,000 funded account with daily payouts. Okay, so this is how it works. For anyone who does not know, One Stop Prop is a prop firm. What does that mean? They essentially fund people to trade. You guys can sign up. They make you take a test. If you pass the test, they give you a large account. $200,000 in cash to trade, $100,000 in cash to trade, $50,000 in cash to trade. Once you again have that, obviously, that's a great thing because you could be able to trade and be able to make money. Then there's some sort of split. It's like a 90, 10, 80, 20 split. We will give you the money. You trade. If you make $1,000, you keep $800. We keep $200. That's how, again, prop firms work. You pay money to pass the test. After you pass the test, you get some sort of split. They get their payouts. Now, the competition today. The first place person gets a $100,000 account with daily payouts, which means if you win this tournament, you get $100,000. And once you start trading, if you want to get paid out, you can get paid out. Now, second place, $50,000. Third place, $25,000. And then fourth and fifth is buy one, get one free. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to drop this link for you guys right here and right now for you guys to sign up. So again, one stop prop free tournament entry. So let me drop this. We can all sign up, but I don't want to miss the 8 o'clock wave real quick. So I want to kind of go back to that here just for a moment. But we'll again talk about that in the upcoming moments here so that you guys are all set, ready to get after it and ready to have some fun. But obviously, I am so jacked up on this day. I will post that over on my Twitter as well. So if you guys, again, are not part of Tradecaster, don't worry. I'm going to post this over on my Twitter. You guys can go over to my X account right here, and you guys will be all set. Also, I'm going to post it over on my StockTwits account. And I will post it over in the YouTube chat as well. But it is the 8 o'clock press release wave coming out right now at this moment. Let's make sure we do not miss that. Okay? So here we go. Guys, 8 o'clock press release wave coming out right here. I did just post the link for One Stop Prop so that you guys are all good. But here comes the 8 o'clock news. We only have, again, MAMO and a GCTS so far. Let's work together as a team. If we find anything big, let's crush it together. If you see anything spiking, ripping, running, moving, make sure that we are alerting it together as a team so we can crush it. Guys, right now I'm not seeing much news though. CTRI has the word acquire. It's a little bit bigger in float. I'm actually looking at, so the thing is, I have all my keywords with no float on my phone. So again, I get all like the keyword alerts, over here on my phone. We have RNAZ. RNAZ has the word potential. I hate that word. When you could come out with the word and put the word potential in front of anything. You could be a space company and says, "Hey, we have potential to go to Saturn next year." And people buy it like crazy, and your stock makes you a $200 million and says, "Oh, you guys are going to Saturn." And he goes, "No, we're not going to Saturn. We have potential to go to Saturn. We have potential to do this. We have potential to do that." I mean, guys, like, you can't get sued for that. Oh, we have potential. You can't tell me what we do or do not have potential for, right? So that's why, again, a lot of times, CEOs put out the word potential when they're striving to do something and they're trying to get people to invest in them. Let's think about this here for a second. Every single stock on the stock market, they are trying to get you to invest into them. That's why they're there. This is a market. Guys, what's a market? A market is a place that you can buy and sell things. Why are all of the stocks on the stock market is like someone in a booth? Hey, come check out my product. Come here, let me show you all about my product. The whole entire reason why these stocks are here on the market is to try to gain attention from investors. Why do you think NVIDIA spoke last night on CES and walked out robots and showed off their autonomous vehicles? To try to get people to give them money. Why do you think, again, they're talking about right here that says, hey, we have preclinical data that's showing us that we have potential to be able to accomplish this? Because they're trying to get you to invest into it. When you're a company and people give you money, you're a healthy company. But the thing is, if you, again, are a company and no one's giving you money, well, that's not good. So the thing is, traders, every single company right here, they're going to try to persuade you to buy them. They're going to try to give you every reason to give you to say, hey, take my money. CYCN trying to get a little hype. Guys, nothing really so far at 8 o'clock. I mean, guys, we had 4 press releases with low floats on 8 o'clock. Please, again, make sure that we're all set here. There's nothing we're missing here, correct? I don't see any single, any person right now being like, hey, nope, I'm not seeing anything. Hey, guys, if we are not seeing anything at this moment, that's okay. We still got 8:15, we still got 8:30, we still got 8:45. And it's not that we're missing anything. It's just some days we don't have as many big spikes or big rips and runs. Guys, ALMS is starting to fade on down a little bit. Now, what's the challenge though? I can't jump off this live stream until I win a trade. So I do need volatility. I do need action. I do need momentum. I need something. Because again, ALMS is starting to fade and fall. I could short this play and try to make a quick dollar, but I want to try to make as much money as we possibly can, Now, with that being said here, guys, I am going to take a moment and sign up to the free competition. So let me just sign up to the free competition real quick. Let me get all set here. Because first place, this is their biggest win ever, is going to be giving away a $100,000 account. So we definitely want to be on top of that. We sent you an emails. Okay, I'm in. All right, I am in right now. So I just joined, guys. I am in the tournament. I'm in the tournament. Little heads on up. You can see right here, Sean D. The D stands for domination. The D stands for declaration. The D stands for self-dependence in the stock market. The D stands for absolutely destination of success. The D stands for desiring to win. So again, it's me versus you. So I'm excited, guys. We'll have some fun today over on the One Stop Prop Challenge. Give me 1 second here, traders. So let's get ready to rock for a big one. Ross! Just made my first trade over on Cobra. Up to $100. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. RNAZ. Quick little pop. Quick little move on up. Quick little spike. Quick little action. We just need a little bit of hype here. Hey, guys. How about we do this? Let's do what we always do. Let's get ourselves fully prepared on this day. Okay? So, first thing that we can do. First thing that we can take a look at are what are the top gainers with news or filings today. RNAZ is number one. Now, RNAZ just had a very quick spike, just came crashing right back on down. The thing that I want you guys to realize here is this is a play. Let me restart my Fox Runner here for a second because something wasn't showing up. But what I want you guys to realize is that here are all the top gainers with news here today. Okay? We have ARWR, which talks about having clinical data. They're demonstrating they have improvement on their clinical data. ARWR is a stock that's $72 and is $118 million in float, a little bit large. RNAZ is a stock that has the word potential. Now, I will tell you right now, 9 out of 10 times when you come out with the word potential, you usually go on a quick spike and you come crashing right back on down. INVZ. INVZ is the number 3 top gainer. Guys, take a look at this. Another word, Lidar. Is Lidar getting hot? Is Lidar starting to bring in some attention? Hey, you know what I might do just for right now? Just for right now, guys, little heads on up. RNAZ. RNAZ trying to get a little bit of a spike and rip and run. Let's turn our attention to RNAZ. RNAZ has the word potential. Traders are, again, trying to run over towards this play at this moment. Just hit $10 strong resistance. All eyes over on RNAZ at this moment. All eyes, RNAZ at this time. Let me move that down to the bottom here. Now, RNAZ, I do believe that this is going to be one of those plays that's most likely going to spike and dump and spike and dump and spike and dump. You can be able to make money on both sides over on RNAZ, up and down. But I do think ultimately this stock is probably going to give a whole lot back. Just because, remember, it has the word potential. It's basically a word to try to get you to jump into the play. It's basically a word trying to get traders to say, oh yeah, come over here. It'll be a good time. So RNAZ, how many shares would I want? 2,000 shares. Inquire. Let's go again. 2,000 shares. Let's go to locate lowest. Click cancel. Once I do that, it's going to cost $20. $20 to short this play. Let's click OK. Now it's pending, rejected. Let's go locate lowest again. Let's try to grab this. And let's try rejected. So right now, guys, I'm getting rejected. Let me again go to inquire all again. Try to refresh it. Let's go to locate lowest. Go to cancel. Let's go again. Try to build it on up. And now we are accepted. Guys, just got accepted over on RNAZ for shorts. Just got accepted. Now, RNAZ, if I want to start getting involved over on this play, I, again, can definitely, start looking to see if this play is going to be able to shoot back on up. Now, it's going to be tough to be able to figure out where's the best entry here. We have spike up to $10, spike up to $10.43, spike up to $9.65. Is this going to be another kind of like $10 touch type of entry? My position box is 0 out of 0 right now. I'll bring up my position box so you guys can see it. But there might be an opportunity to be able to get a nice little trade here over on RNAZ. Maybe if it spikes back up towards, 990, I feel good. Right? But again, there's a lot of room to fall on this type of play. The VWAP's trying to hold it on up right now. VWAP's trying to hold it on up. VWAP is at the price of 890. 890 is, again, the VWAP. Spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, getting a little weaker. RNAZ is the play that we talked about with the word potential. You can see it right here, 3-star press release over on Fox Runner. But again, it's just the word potential that hurts it so much. So that one's already starting to turn now. That the VWAP area, $9 might actually start holding up as resistance. So again, you guys could see, this is why the word potential is really bad. Because you see these big spikes and then you see it give everything on back. You see the big rips and runs and then you see it kind of just come crashing right back on down. That's why I hate that word. That's why I put that word in red. Because I don't ever want to get caught up buying a play when there's really no actual truth to it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know something? There is potential that today I go to the gym and I bench 450 pounds. And you might say, what? No, you won't. I potentially could. But do I? No, I don't. So for RNAZ to come on out and says, they announced we have a publication of our preclinical data supporting the fact that we have potential to be able to accomplish this. At the end of the day, they accomplished nothing. You accomplished nothing. Hey, you have potential if you're 350 pounds right now to be able to lose 100 pounds. You do, but not if you just keep eating cookies and ice cream every day. So right here, that one is starting to fade. That one is starting to fall. That one is starting to drop at this time. There is a chance that RNAZ is going to spike its way back on up. I'm going to put in some like short orders up towards 940, 950, just in case it ever starts spiking up there again. If we ever start spiking all the way back up towards around these highs, you know what? I will like to get filled somewhere in these 990, 980, somewhere in that region. If it actually does happen. I don't know if it does, but if it does, you know what? I'll be ready for it. Now, let's make sure that we are all set. Let's make sure we're all good to go. RNAZ is starting to fade. RNAZ is starting to fall. RNAZ is getting weaker here. Guys, we almost had a RNAZ back up towards $9. This is going to be one of those plays that's going to have quick spike, quick dump, quick spike, quick dump. Now, RNAZ, I will get filled, as I said. If this play starts going up towards 950 or higher, I'll look to start getting some entries. Even like I'll do a small entry around like 940. So if we start spiking our way back on up towards 940 plus, I'm going to go 940, get a small entry. 950, get a small entry. 960, get an entry. 980, get an entry. 990, get an entry. So let's just see if RNAZ is going to keep on spiking here. Let me also change out my filter. 0 to 30 million in float. Apply one filter. 0 to 30 million float. Get me back to the low float stocks that I want. But as I say every single day, there is a fundamental math problem in stock trading. And it's not even a problem. It's a fundamental math solution. And what I mean by that is you could say to yourself, hey, what is the best spike of the, how do I find, because this used to always be, again, my question, how do I find stocks that are going to break out? It's news. Every stock is floating in the stock market ready to get taken. Every stock in the market is just floating around, ready for people to move in. But everyone needs a reason to buy the same stock at the same time, aka a press release, aka RNAZ comes on out, talks about preclinical data. Every stock, there's 10,000 options of stocks. Every stock is ready for people to rush in and buy it. But there has to be a reason for people to all rush in and buy it. News is the reason people rush in and buy plays. Stocks don't just spike randomly out of thin air. Maybe if there's a chat room that all pumps it on up or whatnot. But other than that, it is going to be, you see the news, comes on out at 8:01, people start buying $7, $8, $9, $10. And then, of course, then we start getting pullbacks or whatnot. But I want you guys to understand news equals spikes. Become a master of news. You become a master of figuring out when spikes are going to happen. Does that make sense, everyone? So I do want to make sure that you guys all understand that. Little heads on up. We are starting to see, I do think RNAZ might get a little bit of a pop here in the near future. RNAZ might try to pop itself back up towards like that 980 area. Might start trying to get a little more momentum here pretty soon. So RNAZ is still fighting. Still trying. Mind game. I've shorted ALMS so far this morning. Great work. Again, ALMS. Stock just spiked again. Spiked $10. And remember, it's not always great news is going to hold. Great news leads to big spikes. But a lot of times you got to think, what makes a stock go on a big rip and run? Well, it goes on a big rip and run because people buy them. Now, if you're up $1,000, people take profits. And then that guy took profits, and that guy took profits, and that guy took profits, and that guy took profits. And that leads to, again, the stock getting a very big pullback. So ALMS goes on a spike, goes on a rip, goes on a run, starts dropping itself back on down. Let's get ourselves perfectly clear here. What do I mean by perfectly clear? Let's understand today. Now, what I mean by that is let's go over to the analyst alerts. Everyone go over to FoxRunner, click the analyst alerts page, and let's go all the way down to the bottom. And let's work ourselves up to get ourselves fully aware of what we need to have out of this day. So, first kind of bullet point they have is, are the Mag 7 stocks in trouble? The Mag 7 stocks are going to be Google, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, so on and so forth. NVIDIA, the best 7 companies in the entire world. That's what the Mag 7 is. It says in 2025, the S&P 500 delivered a solid total return of a 17% gain on the year. Guys, last year was incredible. I know the S&P 500 gave around a 17% gain last year. I was able to walk away with about a 38% gain last year. And you say, how? Because again, I bought in April on the lowest point. Yes, last year I was able to make a massive return on my long-term investment account because I bought literally at the lowest point on the lowest day in April 7th, I believe it was. And I was able to crush it. So it was great to be able to make such a great profit. But understanding last year, even though it was such a nice bullish year, it's saying a notable shift occurred that says the remaining 493 stocks in the index contributed more to the overall gains, around 10.4%, than the Mag 7, only about 7.5%. So guys, this is what usually happens. What usually happens is the Mag 7 contributes the majority of the profits. It's basically like the Mag 7 drags all the other S&P 500 up with it, right? Just like think about that. The best of the best players usually bring up all the other players. Let's imagine if there was a football team, okay? And we have on this football team, we have some people on offense, some people on defense. There's 7 superstars. Let's imagine there's one game, though, where all of a sudden the 7 superstars don't get a touchdown, or don't get a sack, or don't get an interception, or don't get a pass thrown to them. And for some reason or another, the random guys are doing good. The WR2s, the WR3s, the random running back, the backup quarterback. They're the ones making the big plays. So is it scary that in 2025, for one of the first times ever, the Mag 7 didn't lead to the 17% gain, but it was actually the other place that led to, again, the nice push up towards the 17% gain? I could see this as a pro, and I could see this as a con. What's the con? The con is, I think Mag 7 is spending too much money on AI. Yeah, the problem is the Mag 7 plays, they're spending so much money on maybe something that isn't going to have a return, or maybe it will have a return. Who knows? But right now, guys, the Mag 7, they're not doing as well as we want them to do. But at the pro side is that it's great that all of our backup players are stepping up. It's great that all of our, again, WR2s, our running back 2, our backup quarterbacks, our backup linemen, they're, again, doing just as well. So even though the top players aren't doing well, our whole entire fundamental team is doing well. So you could say, oh, it's bad because the Mag 7, they're not having as much growth. Or you could say it's good that the other S&P 500, 493 plays are doing well. So there's sugar and salt to it. There's a pro and a con. There's a little oil and vinegar. There's a little peanut butter and toothpaste. Does anyone say that? I don't think so. Right? Maybe, I don't know. I just kind of made it up. Now, What else do we know, guys? We know so far space has been one of the hottest topics over the last 2 to 3 months. Ever since, Elon Musk or SpaceX came on out and said, we will be having our IPO in 2026, space stocks went insane. Rocket Lab cannot be stopped. Rocket Lab is one of the only space stocks that, again, are rocket related, that, again, that kind of can compete with SpaceX. And it's just been on fire. We've also seen stocks like ASTS, another rocket satellite play, be on fire. We've seen a lot of traders look at RDW, trying to, again, push this one up as well. But if you are looking for an entire list of space stocks, the best of the best space stocks that every single person wants to take a look at, take a little, again, sneak peek right here. LUNR, RDW, VOYG, Rocket Lab, MDA Space, Firefly, Plug, Air Products, Lindy, Velo, BWXT. So all of these plays right here, these are the ones that you guys want to be on top of. These are the ones that you guys truly want to be aware of to be able to make the most amount of money if space continues to get hot. Now, there's also one I would say, SATS, EcoStar. SATS, guys, this one is a play that I would want every single person to add to that list as well. I don't think Fox Hunter had this one, but this is one that I watch a lot. This one actually has ownership of SpaceX. They have about, 1% ownership of SpaceX. But just having 1% of ownership on SpaceX, look what SATS has done. SATS has gone from $28 to $110 just because they have 1% ownership of SpaceX. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? Isn't that a little wild to think about? So, SATS, another space stock that I think every single player could, again, just be aware of here. Last night, we know Jensen Huang came on out, spoke last night. We know, again, this man came on out, it was speaking, and went over a lot of kind of like main headlines that we want to be on top of here. All right. So, what did he talk about last night here, traders? Oh, let me scroll on down here. Let's go back to this. What did he talk about last night? Last night, it says, full summary and breakdown in case you missed it. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang delivered a 90-minute keynote on January 5th, 2026 in Las Vegas, going over the future of AI, particular physical AI, AI that intersects with the real world, robotics, autonomous vehicles, and data center advancements. We kind of went over this a little earlier in the stream, but if you guys have not, this is what they're trying to bring to the world. Their main focus is real-life robotics that are, going to help humans. And, those humanoid robotics are kind of Star Wars-like robotics. Basically, if you want to think about it, it's very blunt, but kind of robot slaves. Imagine having a robot that, was your best friend that you could just tell what to do all the time. Hey, go do this for me. They're working on that. Now, again, more of their realistic product that they're working on right now, though, is, of course, going to be autonomous vehicles, right? They did work on their Vera Rubin platform, their physical AI products, their autonomous vehicle platforms. They also, again, have other highlights that you guys can go ahead and look into. But, it really was a whole show of kind of showing off what we're accomplishing. Their Vera Rubin, brand new chip, their robotics, and, again, their autonomous vehicles. Those are the ones that you guys want to be looking at. Leading Bitcoin miners and AI infrastructure. What is Bitcoin even at right now? What's Bitcoin's price? Bitcoin's price slowly moving back on up, guys, 93,000. So Bitcoin at 93,000. Does anyone think it's going to be a big year for Bitcoin? I don't know. I really don't know. We will see what happens. Some people say there's going to be the 4-year cycle and Bitcoin's going to crash on down to 40,000. Some people obviously are saying Bitcoin's going to go up to 180,000 this year. But if Bitcoin gets hot, we do know that this is going to be some great plays that you guys can watch. IREN, a fan favorite. CIFR, GLXY, BITF, CLSK, Wolf Financial. These are, again, going to be different plays that offer Bitcoin mining. And if you guys are into Bitcoin mining, you guys can look a little bit more into this. What is this? We have JP Morgan's Eye on the Market annual outlook report. So if you guys are interested in getting some analytics from JP Morgan, they did just come out with an annual update on what they expect the market to do, what they are looking for the market to do, talking about U.S. powered generation constraints, aka why people are so into nuclear and data centers, China operating independently, Taiwan geopolitical tensions, hyperscaler profitability challenges. Did anyone see this last night? Last night, someone put in a $50,000 bet on Polymarket that China was going to invade Taiwan this year. Now, I know that's a pretty crazy bet. Now, if you guys go over to Polymarket, which is a very popular website, right? Polymarket, you can basically bet on anything in the world. And it's almost like, it's called predictions betting. But you can type in anything you want, right? You can go over here let's go to culture, right? And this is kind of how crazy you can do things. Will Jensen Huang say million or billion or trillion 20 plus times? What will be the number 2 show on Netflix this week? The third highest grossing movie in 2025. How many 7.0 earthquakes will happen in 2026? I mean, like really random things you could go ahead and bet on, right? Someone made a bet. I don't know exactly where it's at here, but someone made a bet that China is going to invade Taiwan in 2026. And the bet for $50,000 was going to pay out like $500,000. Is that some crazy insider information? Or is there just a psychopath out there thinking that China is going to invade Taiwan? Right? Like, that's kind of insane to think about. So the thing is here, traders, we do have U.S. power generation constraints by, JP Morgan. We also have China operating independently. We have Taiwan geopolitical tensions and hyperscalers. Those are the main focuses on JP Morgan's annual outlook. You can see right here, you can now bet on real estate futures as well on Polymarket. That's kind of crazy to think about also. So traders, something that they just added, right, is that you guys can now bet on real estate predictions on Polymarket. So before, a lot of people would always want, hey, I want to be able to bet on, if the stock market's going to crash or a housing market's going to crash. You can now bet on housing market crashes. So they added something over on Polymarket. Always keeping you aware of potential trends. 2026 growth trends, certain fields and stocks to watch. What is going to be the hottest trend of 2026? Space, AI, robotics, energy. Something you can add here. Autonomous vehicles. Right? Intel claims to beat NVIDIA. Intel's claim that Core Ultra X9 performs better than NVIDIA's. So Intel trying to get back in business, guys. Intel's been completely beaten down and abused over the last, probably year and a half. This was that news last night. Ava and NVIDIA working together for Lidar. That's really big. Qualcomm, their brand new robotics lineup. You guys can go ahead and take a look over on that. And then CYCN had great news last night as well, talking about a merger and a strategic agreement on phase 2. So we have CYCN, we have AEVA, we did have ALMS this morning. And then let me go back right here. And RNAZ, right? RNAZ, definitely a stock that you guys can watch. So right now, we are absolutely fine. In the next 3 minutes, we do get our brand new press release wave. Next 3 minutes, we do get our brand new press release wave. We want to see if we are going to be able to get filled. We want to see if we can be able to make some money. There has only honestly been, I would say, 2 plays for us today so far. What has been those 2 plays for us so far today? There has been RNAZ. RNAZ had the word potential. Whenever you see the word potential, 9 out of 10 times, it's going to go on a big spike because it's going to say, we have potential to be able to have 10,000% growth. And a lot of new traders are going to buy it. Wow, they're going to have 10% growth. No, they have potential to. So RNAZ goes on a massive spike. Everyone realizes it's a whole bunch of fluff and baloney. Stock comes crashing on down. That's how it works. What's the other play that we could have had potential on today? Or we could have traded? ALMS. ALMS did have a good press release. ALMS came out with positive phase 3 data. Stock again went from $10 up to $19. It just spiked up so hard, so quick. People again sold it on off, and now it's starting to bounce back on up because it is a good, credible press release. Then we did have AEVA last night, and it hasn't done too much today. Same exact thing with CYCN. CYCN last night hasn't really done too much today. So I'm just going to type out my favorite press releases today. My favorite press releases today. CYCN, AEVA, RNAZ, and ALMS. Those 4 are the best press releases. I'm not going to put today because someone's going to say, oh, Sebastian, I was a press release last night. Yes, and I know. So we are all good here. Ready to rock, ready to go. Hey, Deck, why not keep some of the things on your screen in the background or another screen so the viewers can see the charts clearly because your charts are really small? Well, again, to be honest with you, charts are one of the least important things to me. I can always make charts bigger and just go like this. But I personally need this information. I need to see what's moving out of the top gainers. I need to see the level 2. I must have the news scanner on the live stream for me to see brand new news and new developments that are coming on out. So again, it's like, oh, can you move everything else so that we could just see the charts? I mean, the charts don't help us at all. Charts don't give me ideas. Charts don't help me become a better trader. Charts are, again, just after we find the play. So again, I know I have a lot of things on the screen, but they're all necessary for me to be successful. I need to see top gainers. I need to see the news. I need to see the level 2. I need to see everything. So again, what I always do suggest, if things are, again, a little smaller on your screen, again, maximize your screen right here. Bang. And now, again, look how much bigger everything's going to be. So again, maximize your screen. I always say, guys, have 3 different screens. One screen, make me full screen on one monitor. Second screen should be your broker. Third screen should be, again, your tabs. The Tradecaster chat room, the YouTube tab, Twitter, X, whatever. You should have 3 monitors when trading if you can. One, have my live stream. Second one, have your broker. Third one, chat room and other internet tabs. ALMS moving back on up right here. Guys, let's see what else we have here. Let's see if anything spikes for let's just see here. IQST. Again, we haven't seen any sort of big kind of crazy keywords just yet. We're kind of waiting for that. Kind of waiting for that big keyword. ALMS trying to move itself back on up. CYCN starting to fall. EVTV, small little play. DRUG also trying to get a little bounce play. Everyone, right? DRUG down. DRUG, it's a much bigger play. But DRUG has to be on your watch list today. So DRUG, guys, this one actually 1 minute ago just came out with a brand new press release. Presents preclinical results. Now, it already had that press release. Like 16 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. But, it's continuously coming out with news right now. So I know, again, DRUG, it's not showing up right here because it's like 55 million in float. But if you actually go over towards right here and just type in DRUG at this moment, you guys are going to see DRUG is coming out with a lot of news right here. Right? DRUG announces top-of-the-line results out of its Phase 2 trials. This was the big news that we had over on DRUG. Phase 2 trials, DRUG. This was the stock, again, a lot of people are focusing on from yesterday. So this was another technically yesterday press release. But, and that's this was yesterday's press release. But it's still, again, a stock that has a lot of hype towards it right now at this moment. So DRUG, high watch and high alert. Right now here, team. Want to make sure that every single person is ready to go. We have EVT trying to get a little hype. ALMS. IMSR. What do we have here? IMSR, a little bit of a pop. Thank you. IMSR starting to move here a little bit, guys. IMSR, a little bit of a pop. How high can IMSR go? IMSR right here, traders. $11 is its next main resistance line. All eyes, IMSR. This one. Has this one been kind of creeping underneath the radar a little bit? Do we have any sort of big news over on IMSR at this time? This is a play that, again, I don't see any sort of news or any sort of reasoning on this play right now. IMSR, what's the float on this one? There's no news. There's no credibility that I see. The float, it says 92 million. This is a little bit odd right here. We have a stock right now, IMSR, which is, currently up 32%. The stock has 92 million in float, but it's running like a 1 million in float stock. So IMSR also has news here. So guys, let's see how much higher this one goes. It does have a press release. It says IMSR Energy DOA agreement for project under advanced reactor pilot program. So IMSR, it looks like it's trying to build up a little bit here. This one has room to run up towards $11. Little heads on up. Why do I say $11? That's the old spiking high, the old reversal area. If you guys take a look right here and right now, you guys can see IMSR. Follow again the follow me right here. We have IMSR. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. IMSR, reversal. That's going to be the target. That area is going to be $11. $11 is your next main target over on IMSR right here. So let's make sure. So right here, traders, we do have IMSR still trying to spike and still trying to continuously climb. CDIO also just did come out with a partnership at 835 right here. CDIO, let's just see if that one starts getting any sort of action or hype. Nothing right there on CDIO. IMSR, the good news is it is shortable. See, there's an S right here. There's an S right on the level 2, which means, again, we could pull the trigger and just short it right away. If, again, we can get a little pop up towards $11, that's where I would like to short it. Let's give it a few moments. See if anything, again, checks out here. ALMS, guys, also building right back on up. Look at ALMS right now, traders. ALMS. This is going to have room to run up towards 1875. We have ALMS, high alert, and we also do have we also have IMSR, high alert. 2 plays every single trader should be on top of right now. ALMS, IMSR. These are 2 stocks that are bringing in buying volume. These are 2 stocks that are starting to get some winning behind it. These are 2 stocks that both have good, solid, credible press releases that could start, again, getting a little bit of hype. IMSR, bounce play area, would be back on down towards around that 870-ish mark. And then we also do have ALMS, which does have positive endpoints behind it. So, again, both plays are solid. Now, I will say both plays are a little larger in float. That's the only issue with it. Both plays are a little bit larger in float. A little bit, both plays are going to be a little bit slower here. But they could be very slow and consistent. Good, consistent stocks. Good, consistent players. Good, consistent runners here. ALMS right here, traders. Trying to get up towards 1875. I like ALMS. Dip buy opportunity on ALMS is going to be back on down towards like 1650. It looks like ALMS is trying to grind, though. Anyone entering right now? If you want to short, I would say short up above 1850. Shorting above 1850 over on ALMS if you want it. And then we do have IMSR, which, again, you could look for a bounce play off the VWAP area. VWAP is back on down towards around that 870-ish mark. IMSR, I would like to see it up near $11. ALMS, I would like to see this up near around 1875. So I'm watching both because I definitely want to start getting some trades in. Again, what's the challenge today? We cannot close this live stream today. We cannot close this live stream today until we have a winning trade. We got ALMS looking like it's almost ready to kind of go on one of those pops, and I would like to see that. I'm going to put in some orders on the short side in case we just get that random pop. I'm going to go 1855 short. I'm going to go 1859 short. I'm going to go with 1864 short. I'm going to go to 1871 short. I'm going to 1875 short. 1879 short. I'm going to put in an entry at 1848 short. So basically, I'm spreading orders around 1850 to 1880. That's kind of where I'm thinking would be the best short area, which is going to just be slightly underneath the old spiking high. Here's the old spiking high. I think we're going to spike up a little bit just underneath that area. So I think we get up to 1850, 60, 70, and then start reversing from there. So I'm just going to place some short orders right here and right now, just so that they're in there. Also, where's RNAZ at? That one give everything on back? Yeah, I'm going to cancel my RNAZ short orders. I had those before. I don't even care about them. They're not even worth it to me. So I want to focus more on ALMS, which is still trying to build. And then IMSR right here. That has a VWAP dip by around that 868 mark. Those are the two movers, though, so far. Let's actually head on over real quickly. I just want to see CNBC, make sure we're not missing anything. I don't really check CNBC very often anymore just because, again, I get all my better information on Fox Runner. But memory chip giants spark global conductor rally. Greenland belongs to its people. European leaders are unite over Trump's threat to annex territory. Software startup Ninja tops $500 million. Ninja One. Palantir is best-in-class AI asset. How's Palantir doing? Palantir is a very large investment I have at this time. I will say my biggest investments at this time, guys, little heads on up. Palantir, one of the biggest investments I have at this time. Amazon, one of the biggest investments I have at this time. Uber, one of the biggest investments I have at this time. And Nvidia, one of the biggest investments I have at this time. My most risky biggest investment is Oklo. So Oklo is my most risky biggest investment. But again, my biggest portfolio holdings for my long-term account is Amazon, Nvidia, Palantir, Uber, and Oklo. Those are kind of like my big ones, with Oklo being the scariest but could make me the most amount of money. So right now here, traders, ALMS just had a little pop up to like 1770 there for a second. I was hoping we get a little quick squeeze. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on the heat in my office. I feel like I'm sitting in a freaking ice box. Let me ask you guys right now. Who here has not made a trade just yet? Who here is sitting on their hands 100% cash at this moment? Who here has traded? Now, I will say, if you've traded once, twice, maybe 3 times today, that's fine. There has definitely been 3 opportunities. ALMS, spike, dump, spike. Right? RNAZ, spike, dump. We've seen, again, AEVA last night, CYCN last night. We've seen IMSR, quick little spike. So there definitely has been opportunities. But traders, this is what I want you guys to gauge. This is what I want you guys to understand about these plays. Depending on the news, depending on how good the press release is how you guys are going to be able to trade these plays. So for instance, if we see a stock such as RNAZ came out with a press release this morning that says the word potential. We know that press release sucks. That press release is most likely going to spike and give all of its gains on back. On the other hand, we saw ALMS. ALMS came out with a press release that had good keywords, such as, again, positive, endpoints, success. That stock spiked, had a pullback, and is now trying to spike its way back on up. So again, a lot of times people always say, they're always like, oh, I don't catch the news that fast. Oh, I can't catch the news. It comes on out and I'm too slow. It doesn't matter if you're slow. What matters is the fact that you are going to have multiple different opportunities to get filled on this play. If you see, hey, a stock comes out with the word potential, wait for it to spike, then short it. If you see, hey, we have positive endpoints on a play, then go ahead. If you're too late to the play, wait for a pullback and then get a dip buy and bounce play. If you see, like, there's so many opportunities. The whole point of this right here is, yes, if you can get in early, that's fantastic. Or you wait for it to spike and you short it back on down. Or if it does have a good press release with some great keywords and whatnot, then you can go ahead and be able to buy the dip buy. So there's always 3 areas you can buy a stock: right when the news comes on out, shorting the stock at the top, or getting a dip buy back in on it if it is a good, credible play. So we have everything we need right here to be able to do that, right? And that's what's, so great about it. IMSR, drug, we have RNAZ, we have our main headlines of today, we have ALMS, right? Just being aware of the best, right? That's how I'm prepared every single day, by seeing it on the news scanner, by seeing it over on the analyst alerts, by, again, doing my own research and checking these on out, by checking my watch list play, by, again, taking a look over on what are the best plays with news today, what are the best plays that are overall top gainers, what are the plays that, again, Fox Runners analysts are alerting. These are the ones that I always want to be on top of, okay? Now, ALMS came out with news, stock spiked on up, came out with positive endpoints, hit the top, drop back on down. After I hit this bottom, now starting to move. Remember, guys, as I already showed you, study this keyword list, right? If you study the keyword list and you're saying, well, how do I know if I miss a play, there could be a chance of a dip buy? If it has a 3-star word. 3-star to 4-star words, that's how, again, you're going to have a better chance of a dip buy. When you take a look over on, let's say, ALMA right here, ALMS, you have met primary and endpoints. We have top line results out of phase 3, right, on a met all primary endpoints. We have top line on phase 3, which has all endpoints. This stock is going to explode. Not only explode, if it does have a pullback, it's going to have a dip buy. And if it has a dip buy, it's most likely going to try to work its way back on up. So again, now you could be able to figure this out, and you could be able to ask yourself, oh, hey, this is going to be a lot better than coming out with potential. Does that make sense, everyone? I just want to make sure that you guys understand it, because again, I stress this so hard. And I know it feels like I'm kind of coming down on you, but I stress this so hard because I want you to be the best trader you can be. I want you to be able to grow as a stock trader. I want you to understand things. Nothing's worse than, again, just being like, oh, I kind of understand it, but I don't really, right? So it's like, make sure that you guys do get that. Make sure you guys do understand it. All right. If you guys haven't, you guys can download Fox Runner for free. So again, you can just download the platform for free. I use the premium version. The premium version gives you the app. The premium version does give you all the keywords, gives you AI voice alerts, gives you things like that. But you can just download it and get a free news streamer, a news scanner right here. So again, there is a premium version, but there's also a 100% free version. I do use the premium version, but you guys can go ahead, download that over on foxrunner.com, and you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. So let's get ourselves prepared. Let's make sure that we're all set, ready to get after it. And again, we are getting closer for our target. What's our target? 1850 to 1875 for a possible short. CYCN, DRUG. Guys, look at DRUG as well. DRUG is getting ready for that little pop. I think DRUG, let's kind of go back to this one real quick. What was DRUG's news? DRUG, this is a play, top line results on phase 2. Announces top line results on phase 2 trials. Okay, awesome. So again, this is another great positive word, right? What do we have here? 2-star word, phase 2. 2-star word, phase 2, stock again, talking about good keywords. So again, as we had positive data, stock spikes, drops on down, had a good dip buy opportunity. Remember, not every play is going to be a great dip buy, but I will say when you have positive phase 2, phase 3 reaching endpoints, there's going to be a better chance of success. Now, DRUG is also a play that maybe we want to check on out. How high do I think DRUG is going to go? Usually 125 is always going to hold up as resistance. If this one does get a little bit of a pop, we might go a little higher than 125. I think I'm going to start putting some entries, maybe around 129. Start doing some limit orders, start going 129 area, start looking for a little bit of a short. I'm going to go up towards around 129.99, look for a little bit of short, go up towards around 131. Look for a short. Let's go up towards 133. Look for a short. And then start building a position around there. So let's get ready to rock here, traders. We got DRUG we are watching. I have no positions yet. Does anyone here fear that this live stream might go all the way till 8 o'clock tonight? We cannot end this live stream until we have a winning trade. We cannot end it. We cannot stop the train. We can't hit the brakes until we see some sort of green on this P&L today. If you guys want that, if you guys are excited about it, smash that thumbs on up. Help me out here, guys. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going with. We cannot stop the stream until we have a winning trade. So we are getting ourselves ready to go. Baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Fired up, ready to rock. Right now we have DRUG with about a $5 spread. ALMS, I'm still looking for that little pop on up. We got about 10 minutes until the 9 a.m. press release wave. Remember, the main talks of today, guys, as we already went over and kind of discussed, the main talks of today, the Mag 7 underperforming in 2025. Space stocks, just kind of throwing that out there. A lot of people are continuously keeping their eyes on space stocks. The main talk of today, though, honestly, is going over and reviewing CES's full breakdown of last night. CES talked about autonomous vehicles, talked about robotics, talked about physical AI and their brand new product of what is called Vera Rubin platform. Bitcoin mining stocks, IREN, CIFL, BITF. We also had JP Morgan come out with their annual report. JP Morgan's annual report, their main focuses are on generation constraints, aka power restraints, China operating independently, Taiwan tension, which is a little scary, and hyperscaler profitability. We also, of course, Polymarket, you can now bet on real estate futures, different trends that could spike in 2026. Intel wants to compete with NVIDIA, and then really Ava talked about Lidar. Lidar, NVIDIA news last night, that got a spike. Qualcomm coming out with their new humanoid robotic. CYCN has an agreement. So we had a couple good press releases today and last night. We had AEVA, we had ALMS, we have had RNAZ, we had DRUG, and we have IMSR. Those are the top plays. If we're taking a look at the overall best top gainers of today, again, ALMS, positive phase 3 press release. CYCN had again the agreement press release last night. DRUG, stock again that we're talking about positive phase 2. Notice number 1, number 2, number 3 all had news last night or this morning, which is leading for them to be able to buy that play to bring in hype, bring in momentum. So, going to continue to stay smart here. ALMS, we're still watching for that pop all the way on up towards 1875. We're still watching for DRUG here today. Jive, hey, how many shares did you put in for drug on the short side if you get filled? About 1,200. Let me actually double check. Let me see. So, DRUG, I have, 100, 200, 300, 4. I have a 400 share order right now. 400 share order up near around 129, 130, 131, 133, 130. So 100 shares each around there. Is that a big order? Yeah. That's, it's going to be getting pretty big. $20,000, $30,000 investment. Guys, it's 2026. Guys, 2026? Are you kidding me? I will say 2026 is the year that we want to get out. Oh, hold on a second. Guys, we got ALMS starting to come on up. ALMS, we are about to get filled over on this play. Reason why we're going to start getting filled over on ALMS, we are coming up towards our short area. ALMS right here, guys. We are coming up towards our short area. Stock just had a little pop. I'm looking to see if we are going to reverse coming on down as we hit our top. I am looking for top reversal. Top reversal. I just got filled. Entry 1864. 1,750 shares here. If we hit a new high, I'm most likely going to get out and move on. I did just short this play. I'm currently down $700 at this moment. Why are you shorting ALMS at this moment? I am shorting this one because I believe we're going to hit the top, reverse on down. Hit the top, reverse on down. That's the game plan. Okay? So we just spiked on up ALMS. I want to see top, reverse. That's my whole entire game plan. I am shorting as close as I can to that top area. Now, again, it actually went a little higher than expected. This play went all the way up towards around 1920. Now, there's a lot of good buying volume right now. I want to see, again, a red candle form. You guys could see right now I'm down $800. I don't want to see 1950-ish. You know, that's going to be a little too much for me. That's where I would have to get out. I definitely want to try to be as smart as I can. It's a pretty big trade. This is a 1,750 shares on this play on the short side. I definitely want to see that reversal and fade. Stock just went from $14 up to $19. Got to be careful on this play at this moment. I'm going to turn off drug right now just because I want to focus on ALMS. So I'm in on this play right now. Want to make sure I'm staying smart on this play. Don't want to force in any sort of way. But if I can get a nice reversal, aka a red candle off the top, that's the goal. Okay? So am I being crazy right now? Let's think about this. I always like to explain my trades. Why is Sean Dekmar at this moment shorting ALMS when it just came out positive phase 2 data? ALMS went from $9, spiked up to $19.20. Came crashing back on down to $14. We have just bounced from $14 back on up to the price of $19.20. I am shorting this play at what area? I'm shorting it right here at this orange line. This orange line represents my entry. That red line represents the top. We were all the way down. Guys, look at this. No! Guys, come on. Let's see. We were all the way down to 18. Let's see if we can crash, guys. Let's see if we can make $1,000 here. If we can crash 18, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 18, that is $600, $700, guys. I'm going to take my gains right here. All right. Guys, great job so far. Guys, nice work. I just made $724 right there. $724 in profit. I'm 100% out. I'm 100% out right now. All right. ALMS, $724 profit, 100% out right there. Okay. Okay. Hold on. All right. Good start. Good start. Now, hey, what's the good news here now, traders? We can end the live stream if we want to. We have done what we needed to do. We have done what we have needed to do. If we want to, we can end the live stream, but we don't want to just yet. Look at the shoulder roll. Look at the shoulder. All right. Now. Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. You're good. Get out of here. Now, let's talk about this. Okay? Let's talk about this. What the heck did I just do? What the heck did I just do to now put myself up $720? All right, can we break this down together as a team, as a squad, as a unit? So, we know ALMS went from $10 and spiked up to $19.20. The stock then fell all the way down towards $14. After we bounced off $14, we went on a nice $5 spike from $14 all the way back up towards $19.30. So I thought to myself, hey, as we get close to this top area, this is where I'm going to place my entry. I am going to look to short next to an old spiking high. Guys, this is not me doing math problems. This is not me doing algorithms. This is me literally just saying, hey, guess what? We came up here, and guess what happened? The stock got a big time dump. I believe if I short somewhere up here, there's going to be a great chance that the stock's going to turn and dump once again. And that's what has happened. And again, I'm just taking profits when I can. So again, that's all it is. I'm not trying to be crazy. I'm not trying to do anything nuts. I'm just trying to have good entry points. Now, yes, as I stated, if the stock started breaking out, like let's say it started having, some sort of crazy pop, I would have had a stop loss. A stop loss would have been around that black line right there. But as you guys can see, I have all this room to drop and fade and fall. And we could go all the way, technically, all the way back on down towards this, blue line. Right? There would be so much room to fade and fall. I was just shorting next to an old spiking high. Do I have any entries right now? No, I do not. I am, again, completely zeroed out right now. All right? Hey, can I ask you guys a favor? Smash on up. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the notifications on X so you never miss a nice play. Guys, hit the notifications on X so you never miss a nice play. Right here, we got ALMS still trying to go. I'm going to write this out for you guys right now. All the top stocks that you guys should watch. Top stocks to watch for every single person here today. What should it be? ALMS. You should keep this one on high watch and high alert. Top stock to watch for every single person. DURG. You should keep this stock on high watch and high alert. Top stocks to watch for every single person. IMSR for high watch, high alert. Top stocks to watch. AEVA. Stock out again. NVIDIA news. High watch and high alert. Top stock to watch. CYCN. High watch and high alert. But if we're saying what's the most active play right now, ALMS. ALMS is the most active play as of now. ALMS is the stock that the majority of traders are focusing on. ALMS is the play that, again, people are running over towards at this time. All right, traders. So, ALMS. Nice work so far here. That one is still going on up. DRUG still trying to rise here. And again, I mean, the thing is, if you're like, why is ALMS still going up higher? Remember, traders, this had amazing news here today, right? If we take a look at, this news was incredible. Met primary and secondary endpoints. Top line results. Phase 3. Met primary and secondary endpoints. As we went over, it doesn't get much better than that. That's one of the best press releases you can get. Phase 3 trial. Positive. Top of line. 4-star word. Endpoints. It's not a crazy thought here. We can all understand why it's continuing to move. Okay, if it's so great, why'd you short it? Just because, again, I knew it was going to have some sort of pullback. It was going to have some sort of resistance line. It was going to have some sort of drop at the old spiking highs. Remember, stock trading, guys, at the end of the day, it's not about having a magic, genie bottle and you sit there and you're rubbing it all the time. You are, again, more finding what stocks are moving and then just understanding where reversals are going to happen. People don't become rich by, again, nailing one super play. Most of the time, people become rich from this. Now, tell me where the bounce play is. The bounce play in dip buy is going to be at, you guys want to take a look right here, dip buy, old spiking high. That's going to be a support line. Dip buy, old spiking high. That's going to be a support line. Stop loss. Oh, hold on. Put this back to blue. There you go. Now again, we go stop loss. Stop loss is going to be underneath this. Stop loss is going to be underneath this. Now, guess what we see? Guess what we do? If the stock, right? If we start seeing the stock start fading and falling and dropping, stock starts fading and falling, you enter right there. You enter. It gets a nice bounce play. You make money. Let's say it fades and falls and cracks. Guess what? Here's your next dip buy. You enter. So as long as, again, you have good areas of reversals, aka you get involved in plays after their old spiking high marks, you know, that's a good area for dip buy. That's a good area for a dip buy. You can, again, understand if you enter these plays, you usually get dip buys and bounces. It's the same exact thing for, again, understanding reversals. When you guys are understanding, again, oh, a short and a shorting opportunity can happen at old spiking highs. So it's like a lot of times, you know, yes, I use Fox Runner to be able to find news right away. I also use Fox Runner to be able to find news that stocks go on too big of spikes and I short them right away. But then I also use it to be able to find dip buy opportunities. And then I also use it to be able to realize what's hot and what's relevant. And then I go over towards the hot and relevant plays and then I mark my, again, chart to be able to figure out where the reversal's at. As long as we know, hey, what are the best plays today? Oh, ALMS is the best play today. Hey, what's a great play with news today? Okay, ARWR is a great play with news today. Okay, and then we're all set, ready to rock and roll, and then we can figure everything out that we need to figure out. You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of what it comes on down to more as a trader. ALMS, still number one top gainer. AZI, a little bit of a climb. Didn't AZI have news? I believe AZI did have news here today, guys. Little heads on up. Let me double check here. AZI. Friday had news. Anyone see any news? Maybe, again, Friday had news on it. I will say also, new charting over on Fox Runner shows pre-market data now. All right, guys, ALMS is still going. Are you going to short right now? Nope. Why am I? Someone tell me the answer. Why am I not going to short ALMS right now? I am not going to short ALMS right now because, to be frank with you, to be honest with you, ALMS has a great press release, and I don't have any old spiking high now, right? That there's no old spiking high that I want to be on, that I could say, oh, it's going to reverse at this mark. Now it's kind of a guessing game where it's going to reverse. Right now, ASI. I know, I see AZI. AZI, again, it has to stay above that, or has to get above 355. 355 is the 50-day moving average. But traders, to be frank with you, ALMS is still the top dog here. ALMS is starting to pick on up. Guys, look at ALMS. Let's just go back to past chart history pattern. Let's get rid of these lines. We don't need this line. We don't need this line. ALMS, how high can this go? Let's figure this out. How high can ALMS go? Ooh, guys, is this all record highs? Yeah, guys, look at this. ALMS, this is all-time record highs. All-time record highs here. SMXT just came out with some news. Let's see here. SMXT. SMXT, $1 up to 123. Slowly building. SMXT right here. It was actually news yesterday, 1 day ago, I believe. If I'm incorrect, please, again, post the right link. But SMXT right here, starting to get a little hype, starting to get a little momentum, starting to get a little action, small bull flag pattern. I know the majority of attention, though, is focused over on ALMS right now. ALMS, I'm trying to nail the high on some shorts. What I like to do is just place orders. So I don't mind placing orders, guys. Like a lot of times I do this. I'll do 200 shares at a time. Do limit orders, and I'll do 2180 short, 2190 short, 2210 short, 2240 short, 2280. Short. So what did I just do? Basically what I'm saying right here is if ALMS ever gets a big green candle and starts shooting $2 to $3, I'm going to be shorting somewhere next to that top. You know, a lot of times what happens is when a stock gets overextended, it spikes, then it gets a reversal. It gets overextended, and then it gets a reversal. So what I like to do is I like to look at like a stock like ALMS at $20, and then I'll put short orders right now $2 to $3 above its current entry. And if we ever do get that strong green candle, it usually leads to strong green candle, and then people take profits. And we want to try to nail the area where people are going to take profits. Now, we don't want to get involved in a play that's slowly moving itself on up. And let me again show you a little illustration on what I mean by that. When you get involved into a play that does this, when a play does this, slowly build up, slowly build up, slowly build up, it eventually starts squeezing and skyrocketing, right? It's almost like it's like almost like putting in the work in anything. If that's a business, if that's, let's say, a certain sport, if that's again in trading, like a lot of times it's the slow grind and then you just find massive success. It's almost the same exact thing in stock trading. I do not ever like shorting plays when they're on a slow grind right here. Slow grind right here. Because you always want to be looking for the overextended move. Overextended moves is where people say, whoa, time for me to lock profits in. And then that's usually where the stock reverses and then tries to do the slow grind again. So if you are a shorter, one of the best things to do is to always try to nail new highs, or again, nail overextended moves where profit taking would happen, and then the stock can reverse right back on down. So again, ALMS, I don't really want to short right now at 2050, because if you guys take a look at this, it's almost on this absolutely perfect and beautiful uptrend. You take a look over on ALMS, you could really just grab this chart right here, put a nice little uptrend on it, and then what can you say to yourself? Hey, anything that is on this side is going to be considered bullish. This is a bullish chart right now. Now, anything that is over on this side is going to be considered bearish. And this is going to be a bearish chart right here. So we want to see either A, the stock go from the bull side to the bear side, or B, the stock get very overextended, where the stock is then going to get drawn back on down towards around that purple line. So again, that is very important to always just keep your eyes peeled on when again trading these type of plays here, to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. All right, here, traders. Let's make sure we're staying as smart as we possibly can. Do not force. Again, I won't get entries, as I said, up till $22 region. You know, $21.90, $22, $22.50. Like, that's kind of more what I want to be looking at. Now, if we can, spike up that high, I will take advantage of it. If we can spike that high, I will definitely, of course, look for that nice little pop and nice little move here. ALMS, I want to see that overextended spike, as I said. It actually looks like it might get up towards like 22.50 at this point. I want to wait till like 22.50, to be honest. I like, 22.60. I want to get rid of like the 21.90s. I want to see that overextended move. I want to see that overextended spike, that overextended climb, and try to get filled, at a little bit of a better area that I feel more confident about. So right now, you can see we're trying to get that overextended climb here. I'll make this even bigger. But again, we still want to see another green candle, another green candle, another green candle. Basically 2 to 3 massive green candles in a row as we spike up towards around some new highs. $23.10. And again, I'm just adjusting, trying to see like, okay, hey, I might not get filled at $23. But if I do get filled, I can feel confident about it. Gotten up to 21.7 so far. We're starting to get that little overextended, like, you know how we're extending off that uptrend? Like, we have this beautiful uptrend here. And if we want to, we can also connect some dots here to kind of make it like this. So we're inside this nice little channel at this moment. And anything that's above, I would say this red line, is kind of getting overextended. And that's where you can possibly turn and start dumping all the way back on down. So right here, we do have this very nice channel. Stock just got a little overextended, falls back in the channel, has room to fall all the way down to $20. If this stock again starts breaking out even more, that 22 or that 23, 22.50, that's where again we even have more opportunity. Let's see if this one is going to keep on spiking. Again, I'm not in on it. You guys can see my live position box. Right now I'm up $724 on the day out of one trade. We did accomplish the challenge on the day. And that's the best way to accomplish the challenge. I didn't want to go into red, and then try to finally get into the green. I wanted to, again, just be able to bounce back and be able to say, hey, we're good to go. Right now here, traders, we are doing everything we can. I want this one to be able to get that squeeze. Again, what would be a great target of today? 1,500, I would say. I would say a great target of today would be about 1,500 bucks. We can get $1,500 profit out of today. I think that would be absolutely great, absolutely awesome. I feel like again that would be something that traders would be absolutely ecstatic on. Ecstatic. How many people again nailed the ALMS short with me? How many people got the first short alert with me? How many people here are up over $200 on the day, maybe on the positive side on ALMS as hey, I bought that play. Right now, ALMS, little heads on up, is falling back in the channel. That's a little, again, for shorts right here, that's a good sign. If you are shorting now, you got filled after it got a little overextended, you are falling back inside the channel, which could lead towards a strong reversal all the way back down to like 2018 or so. So just a little heads up for you guys. We might not get up to $23 or so. 21.40, 21.50. That's kind of like the next main resistance line. I might do a couple small shorts at 21.50, guys. Reason why I say this is just because that's where the red line's at. If we stay underneath the red line, just a little heads on up, if we stay underneath this channel, we're going to go all the way back down towards the purple line. We might get one last little pop on up, try to get a little bit of buying volume, try to get a little momentum. But, right now I'm just keeping my eyes peeled, not in on anything. But I will get in. Since we fell back in this channel, I know that's going to hold up as some resistance. Notice what we have. Let me again draw this out, make this even bigger for you guys. I try to make things as clear cut as possible. So when I say clear cut as possible, we are inside an uptrend at this moment. If we are inside an uptrend, what does that show us? That shows us right here, the best entry for shorts is going to be at this price, this price, this price, this price, this price, and the best entry is that price. The best entry for dip buys is going to be this price, this price, this price, and of course, this price. That's the best entries for dip buys. So I definitely want to make sure every single trader is realizing where can I get filled on a dip buy? Where can I get filled on a short? Where can I be able to make money on this? Whatever it may be. So right here, traders, just a little heads on up. Notice how we're having this nice big pullback. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get filled. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cancel all entries at this moment just because I did not get filled on the little overextended move. And it seems like right now we're not going to be getting filled around that. We already kind of dropped off that red line. We'd have to pop all the way back up to like 21.50 in a quick manner here. We'll watch it. But, right here it's 9.18 in the market. We'll see what we can do. So, other than that, let's stay a little prepared. Let's get ourselves set. Let's, see what else we have other than ALMS. Reese, why are you going to short ALMS above the bullish line and not below the bearish line? Just trying to catch a quick pop? Again, look at the channel. Again, it's above the bullish line, but again, the best short is at highs. The best short, it's better to short a play at a high rather than short a play, at a low. So again, at a low, if you're saying, oh, I want to short it when it goes technically to bearish, that's tough to guess. Because again, that's bouncing. You're trying to short at the bounce area. Saying, yeah, but it's going to go bearish. We don't know when it's going to go bearish. We do know, though, whenever it hits a new high, we do get a reversal. So I know it's a game of opposites in stock trading. A lot of people lose in the stock market because the stock goes up and they say, oh, it's up 100%, let me buy it. No, now it's time to short it. Then a stock is up 100%, it crashes on down to 30%. And people say, that stock sucks. No, now it's time to buy it, right? You shouldn't buy stocks after it spikes 100%. You shouldn't short stocks after it falls 100%. You short stocks after they spike 100%. You buy plays after the 100% move when it comes back on down and falls 40%. So again, stock trading is a game of opposites that a lot of people just don't understand and get. They think that if the stock is spiking, they should buy it. Yes, maybe if that's for blue chips, but not when it comes down to smaller plays. Smaller plays, that's how you get wrecked. That's how you lose everything. So if I see red line, guess what? Every time it hits the red line, you lose. Why would you buy at the red line? It's like, at the end of the day, it's very simple. Now, obviously, it's easier said than done. But at the same time, you hit the red line, if you buy near a high, you lose. Hit the red line, you will lose. You hit the red line, you lose. You hit the red line, you lose. All of a sudden, the stock starts spiking back up to 2180, and people are like, it's a new high, it's time to buy it. No, you're about to lose. Just again, figure it out. That's it, just figuring out the right play, the smart play, they're doing it, that's all we need. Guys, it's starting to spike its way back on up. Little heads on up though, traders. Want to again post this for every single person, making sure that everyone is good to rock and roll here. We do have as well for some fun. So for some fun today, we do have our one-stop prop Tradecaster competition. They are giving away a $100,000 trading account. So let me again just kind of type this on out. Let's go with free trading tournament. Free to enter. Everyone gets a $100,000 account. Whoever wins the most by Friday wins a $100,000 funded account. So guys, little heads on up. We want to make sure every single person is all set here. And let me just post this for everyone. So again, just a heads up. If you guys have not entered this, I'm posting it everywhere. But you have right here, the competition has now started. First place winner wins a $100,000 funded account with daily payouts. That means you get funded $100,000. If you win $5,000 on day one, you can request a payout. Hey, I want my $5,000. Second place gets $50,000. Third place gets $25,000. And again, these are funded accounts. You don't win $100,000 and say, I want $100,000. You only get paid off your profits. So you get $100,000, you make again a 10% return, you make $10,000, you can request a payout. So make sure you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Make sure that you guys are all good. I'm going to share that on a few different links. I just posted that over on X. I'm going to post this over on Stock Twits here. I'm going to post this over on YouTube as well. But it's a 100% free trading tournament. There's no catch, there's no gimmick, there's no credit card needed. It is just a free trading tournament if you guys want to join it and compete against me. Okay? So make sure you guys sign up to that. We will be all set. I am getting ready to go here as well. So again, let me refresh this. Let's see how many what we have right now. People are already starting to trade, just by the way. Isaiah B is in first place. Sterling B is in second place. And Solomon T. Again, I haven't made a trade yet, so I'm all the way at the bottom right now. Sean D, that's me at the bottom. I'm going to dominate you. I am going to absolutely win this competition and destroy you in every single way possible. You do not have a chance. While I say again, enter the tournament, you're entering for nothing. You know why? Because I'm going to destroy you in this tournament. That's the way it works. Now, if you would like to still enter for second place, that's fine. You can enter if you would like to be able to, if second place is great. Second place is awesome. So let's see. Let's see if someone can shut me up. But I'll be, again, entering that tournament. You'll be able to see me trade and see where I'm at on the leaderboard. I've come in first place once, and I've come in second place once. Guys, we do have ALMS right now, starting to steal the show. Let's switch over our scanners, though, right now at this moment. Let's switch over our scanners. Let's go over to our main scanners of the day. And we are going to be ready to rock. ALMS. Guys, ALMS is still going right now. Just a little heads on up for everyone. We are getting ALMS, with the buying volume. Notice again, we are back up next to the red line. What's the saying? You hit the red line, you lose. You hit the red line, you lose. That's the saying right now. So what can we expect to happen? Maybe a pullback back down to 2160? Maybe a pullback back down to 2170? If we do get overextended and squeeze and spike, we could be going up to 2425 at this point. So let's make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Let's make sure that we're all good here. Guys, market opens on up here in about 5 minutes. I'm just sharing this with everyone, making sure that every single person is good, ready to rock and roll. All right here. Guys, ALMS is going to be a top dog. And then also, I got to get ready for the tournament here, S&P 500. I do think the S&P 500 is getting ready for record highs here pretty soon. I really do. I do think the S&P 500 is going to be all set for record highs. So kicking off this day, I am going to be focusing on ALMS. I want to see if we can get up to $23, $24. And also, I want to win over here. So let me go over to trade. I want to type out US 500 is like the S&P 500, but just like more of a crazier version. Right there, US 500. And then I got to get my own secret little sauce over here, everyone. Let me do my thing over here. But I do think the S&P 500 is going to be going on up. I do think the S&P 500 is going to be going on up here pretty soon today. I'm excited to see if the S&P 500 is going to spike. We are just so close to record highs. That's it. We are so close to record highs. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that the S&P 500 is going to blow up right here, but I am saying that I do think we are poised for an absolutely incredible January run. Now, the reason why I say this is because I do think the S&P 500 is going to have opportunity to spike because of, number one, all the oil that the U.S. now controls from Venezuela. Most people don't realize this. Venezuela has more oil than Saudi Arabia. We have more oil than all those, princes and princesses in Dubai. All the people driving around Ferraris and Lamborghinis because they have all that oil. Guess what? There's more oil in Venezuela. And now the U.S. controls that oil. That's absolutely insane when you think about it. On top of that, we had great news from NVIDIA last night. Excitement of AI. excitement of their new products, excitement, autonomous vehicles, excitement about robotics, excitement about their new platform, the Rubin Vera. What else again do we have going on? We also have interest rates coming in the next 23 days. 23 days from now, we have another interest rate cut on the way. Guys, that's pretty incredible. That's pretty awesome. We have oil, positivity from NVIDIA, interest rate cuts coming later this month. We have a lot of positivity. And that's why I do think, again, a lot of optimism is going to be able to continue to push up the S&P 500. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Good luck to everyone in the tournament. The tournament starts in 1 minute. Good luck to everyone doing the tournament. And we will see what we are going to get and how much hype and momentum we are going to be able to see in this market. So, ALMS is where I'm going to be focusing on to start off with. Now, is ALMS going to have a squeeze and spike? I'm going to put up entries up high on ALMS here. If I can get like a 2309, 2304, 2303, I'm looking for 23s. If I can get a $23 touch, I think that's going to be a pretty solid entry for me. Guys, market opens up here in the next 30 seconds. ALMS is where the focus is looking at. I'm going to see if we can spike on up, get up towards 23s for my entry, and go from there. I'm not in on anything right now. It's 0 out of 0, but I am up $724. I will look for entries up in the 23s, as I said, and if I can get filled in the 23s, that's where I would probably look for a quick little profit, try to nail a quick little upper shadow, and then reverse back on down. Oh man, we got up to 2230. It's starting to reverse a little. No, it's starting to reverse already. Dang it! This is kind of what I wanted. I wanted to get one of those $23 touches and then the reverse on down. Guys, we are going to the bearish category right now. Guys, look at a big reversal right here over on ALMS. So notice what we have. Big reversal over on ALMS. You hit the red line, you die. Guys, what do we have next here? 2160 is going to be, again, a next little reversal area. That's going to be right next to the purple line, right above it. So if you can pop back on up, maybe 2160, short 200 shares, 2165, 200 shares, 2170, 200 shares, 2175, 200 shares. If we get about $1 pop right back on up towards the 2160s or so, I would, again, definitely look at that if we could possibly, get filled somewhere up near those areas. So if we can get, ALMS with a little bit of a pop back on up, I would definitely be watching that, see if that's going to happen. What else do we have here? S&P 500, let's ride, baby. S&P 500, I need you riding today. S&P 500, let's see if, again, this thing can go on that nice pop, go on that nice move, and go on that nice, rip and run. Right now, we have ALMS, guys, looking like it's on the verge of collapsing. ALMS, if you guys are shorting this play right now, you guys are doing fantastic. I wanted it short at a new high, $22.90, $23. It just dumped on down to $20. The next resistance line, for anyone who does not know, next main resistance line will be the purple line. Notice how the purple line was bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. That's going to be holding up as resistance. That means that line's going to be somewhere around 2150. I'm playing it a little bit safer, but I do think if I can get a 2160 entry, I can get filled, dump right back on down towards around like $21 and be able to make some money. Let's see if I can get filled here. So guys, there it goes, a little pop back on up. 2150s, did not get filled anything yet. We're at 2130. 2130. See how, again, ALMS just opened on up at 2230, dumped on down to 2025, spiked back on up to 2130 there. If I can get filled at 2160, as I said, I would like to be able to get a few entries for a reversal back on down towards around like 2120 and try to make a little bit of cash. So I want to see if we can get a little pop back on up. Notice what's happening, guys. We keep hitting this that purple line. The purple line is too strong right now. Dang it! That's another entry I'm just missing. That's another entry that I'm just missing right there. Look at this. Purple line, another entry, just missed it. All right, I'm going to cancel my orders right here because, again, I did not get filled. I'm going to cancel my orders right now, wait for a new setup, wait for a new play, wait for a new opportunity, wait to get filled. Guys, S&P 500, let's run, baby. Let's ride. Guys, S&P 500 starting to spike right here. I'm going to win this tournament, guys. I told you, I'm going after to try to win this tournament. Where's, again, some old spiking highs? Where can I maybe take some profits if the S&P 500 starts getting a little weaker? We do have some strong resistance, 688.80, 688.80 area. That could be pretty solid for us. So right now we got, again, the S&P 500 trying to grind its way on up. Guys, ALMS getting the dump. Congratulations to all of our shorters out there. Congratulations to all the people, again, locking in some gains and locking in some profits. Congratulations to everyone having themselves a pretty good day here. So, ALMS, good job on the shorts right here. Big reversal back on down. Only, again, have one trade so far today. Made $724. But at the same time, I feel good about my trades. I feel good about my trades. Also, I just made my first trade on the S&P 500, as you guys know. I've kind of been talking about that one right here. Oh, guys, who's that creeping up the leaderboard? Who's there chasing on the leaderboard right there? Sean D. Sean D. Sean Domination. Sean getting ready to ease the denominator. The declaration. The absolutely divisive. I cannot wait. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this. So right now I got to catch up to Raymond. Raymond's at 3,000. I'm at 1,525. Free tournament for everyone. EVTV. Ooh, EVTV. Nice little pop on up. Thank you so much, Ali. Thank you so much, EVTV. That was a stock I believe had a little spike earlier this morning. EVTV, 40 cents up to 75 cents. Now 50 cents up to 75 cents. If this one starts getting a little action, we could possibly be aware of this one. Let's see, EVTV. Make sure, again, you're checking it for news. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of sub $1 stocks, but at the same time, EVTV is definitely one of those plays that you guys want to be on top of. Hey, are you going to show us your tournament trades? No. Guys, a tournament? It's me versus you. I'm not telling you my secret sauce. I'll give you guys hints. When I'm saying, hey, the S&P 500's going up, I'm going to buy the US 500 just because, again, this is all set, ready to go. But again, I'm trying to win the tournament. I'm trying to get myself on top of I'm trying to get myself good to ready to rock here. You're going to see this name a whole lot on the leaderboard right there, Sean D. Sean Determination, Sean Dedication, Sean Dazzling, the Dauntless, the Devoted, the Diligent, the Dynamic, the Decisive, the Destiny, the Dignity, the Dexterity, the Demonstrative, the Deliberate, the Diplomatic. Maybe the Slightly Discerning. I'm ready to get after it. It's time to lock the fuck in. Traders, S&P 500 here. I'm just kidding around. All right, S&P 500. All right, here, traders. Right now at this time, we're still watching ALMS, which is trying to stay alive. Obviously, again, this one has gotten a little ugly. Someone tell me right now, where's the bounce play? Guys, CYCN also trying to get a little spike. CYCN has room to go up towards the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is the price of 240. 245. Wow, ALMS is dumping. Guys, ALMS is dumping. ALMS, I still think this one is probably going to keep on falling even more, but look what we just had. Little bounce play off the VWAP. VWAP, guys, starting to bounce. Guys, this one might go lower than we think. Please be careful on this one. ALMS might go lower than you think. Like, we might see this thing dump on down to like 1730. I know this is crazy. I'm going to put limit orders down sub 1750. I'm going to go super low dip buy orders in case we just see like a massive sell-off. In case we see one of these crazy, stupid sell-offs, I'm just going to load up on some bottom 720s, 730s. Just in case that happens. Just in case we see that. So I'm going to just load up some super low dip buy opportunities. Okay? So if I can get some dip buys. So wouldn't that be a good short once it broke the bearish line? Absolutely. Again, you know, as I've said before, it is easier to predict this though. Okay? So if you're saying, is it a good short? Absolutely. I'm telling you this. It is easier to predict these areas. Take a look. If you're saying, oh, I'm going to short every single time it, you know, comes on down to the purple line, it's easier to predict a dip buy. A dip buy happens here. 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 And then finally, we did get the sell-off, right? But imagine if you tried to short every single time you came down to the purple line looking for the sell-off. You would lose every time. On the other hand, you come up to the red line, right? On the other hand, you come up to the red line, you again short. Imagine if you tried to buy, you know, this play every single time looking for a breakout. Trying to time a breakout is an awful thing to do. It's much easier to make money consistently if you just buy on dips. It's easier to make more money consistently if you just short at highs. But yes, at some point you will get the big sell-off and you will get the drop. And if you want to kind of wait for it to happen, then do it, then I understand it. But now I'm saying to myself, hey, I don't want to short this play and get in at a bottom. I'm going to see, hey, if this stock does fall apart, I'm going to look for a dip buy down here. I'm going to look to try to get filled somewhere near, again, this bottom. So I'm always trying to get filled near bottoms and I'm always trying to short near highs. I'm never trying to buy at highs and short after cracks. But again, like yes, there will always be opportunities. You just got to be careful. Right now here, traders, $724 in profit. Tried to go after ALMS a few times already. And right now we are again crushing 2026. 2026, I'm feeling great. 2026, I feel like a new man. 2026, I'm feeling absolutely dominant so far. Guys, is there a chance that ALMS is going to work itself all the way back on up to 22, 23? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if ALMS worked itself all the way back up to 22, 23. And you might say, how? How is that possible? Why is that happening? Well, to be frank with you, ALMS is an absolutely incredible press release. Let's not forget that. Guys, ALMS is an incredible press release today. Let's not just count ALMS out because, again, it had a pullback. This looks very similar in a way to what we saw earlier this morning. ALMS had an absolutely great spike this morning. Boom, and everyone said, it's done. It's over. But really, that was a gift. That was a dip buy opportunity. That was an absolute incredible chance to have success. Stock, again, it was inside this channel. Now, again, a lot of people are counting it out, saying the stock is done, the stock is over. Guys, could it be that $18 right there was an absolute gift? That we're going to be on another? Could we see another possible slow and steady uptrend very similar to the one we had in the past? Maybe as we come back on down to the price of 1910, 1920, that's going to be that another perfect little low as we start working its way to get a squeeze back above $20. Absolutely. Right? So when you have positive phase 3 endpoints and you have, this great play here, there's a great chance that this one might just take some time, but it could be a solid mover. So here it's starting to come back on down here a little bit. That's like a typical uptrend. What degree would you guys say this is? Like a 45-degree angle? That's like the textbook uptrend, a 45-degree angle. You know, so you could always kind of like be like, all right, hey, where's the first dip buy going to be? Where we had this dip, connect the bottom, put it on about a 45-degree angle. Understand the next dip is going to be right around $19 or so, right? So if you want to do a quick little, let's just see if this would work. $19 buy, right? $19 buy. 1904 buy, right? Do an 1895 buy. Let's kind of load up a couple entries right around ALMS at again this area where it would be. Here's the dip buy, 45-degree angle from the bottom. Not always going to be 100% perfect, but could be a great little starting point. Don't go big on this because this is a little bit of a risky trade, to be frank with you. But at the same time, again, it would give us a chance of, some success here. Let's see here. ALMS. If we start coming back on down, here comes that possible dip buy opportunity. And let's see if we bounce off this possible new uptrend. This would be one that you kind of want to try to get filled and see if we can start forming some sort of green candle. I'm also kind of just matching. I'm matching again this old uptrend to see if, again, can we form this new uptrend. So I will give this one a chance around 19. Staying above, but it has to stay above the VWAP, right? VWAP area is around 1874. Let's see if $19, 1890 to kind of hold up as support, bounce and get our first green candle back up towards like 1950. Definitely could happen. It's going to be a little risky though. Little risky. There's the green candle. Guys, there's your green candle. There's your little pop right there. So again, my theory is at least working. 45-degree angle is what you usually want to look for when you guys are looking for uptrends. My first entry, guys, just a little heads on up, was going to be at 1904, $19, 1895, 1897. And I wanted to nail this green candle. Get about 1,000 shares, rough cost basis around 1905, shoots up to 1930. That's a $300 profit. So you guys could see what I'm looking at. I'm going to cancel my orders though right now because it's already getting that little bounce. So right now I'm canceling that order. I've had 3 alerts that I've just missed. And that's okay. The thing is, I still feel great because everything I'm predicting, everything I'm saying right now is still working perfectly. We had short entries at $22.80, $22.90, $23. To short this play, it got up to $22.30. We had, again, our channel pattern, looking for the break of the channel, stock dumped on down, bounce off the VWAP. Hey, watch our bounce near $19, 45-degree angle. It's working out perfectly right now. So the thing is, it's almost like I'm kind of comparing it to like when I'm golfing. Sometimes my score might not be as low as I want it to be, but I'm still hitting it great. Sometimes I hit it great, but maybe I get a bad break. Maybe it hits some random thing and flies in a different direction. Maybe I'm putting it really well and it's just kind of like looping around the hole. It's just missing. I'm still hitting it good. I'm still putting well. I'm still doing everything I need to do right. It's not like I'm playing bad. I can stay confident. And it's the same exact thing with ALMS right now. I'm not putting myself in any danger. I only have great entries and all the entries I have are working out perfectly. I'm just missing it slightly. So I had potential. Yeah, I had potential. But you know what? That's the thing here, traders. I know a lot of you guys, you guys show me so much respect. I don't ever want to put you guys in any bad plays. I only want to put you guys in the best of the best. And notice again, we have this new uptrend now forming. Always kind of go with that like 45-degree angle for, again, like uptrends. Usually is like the textbook area, because when you think about it, I know there's always a lot of things to think about in stock trading when you have to think about, okay, what's a good press release? Okay, what's a good breakout? What's a good chart? What's a good level 2? What's a good, indicator? Where can I get reversals? Where's the bouncing? And then to add to that, it's like, okay, hey, where's the great, you got to think about psychology. Psychology is maybe one of the most important things in stock trading, because when you break down your psychology, you have to understand what makes stocks go up. And I know people are going to say, oh, news or this or that. And you are right in that manner. But what makes them truly go up? People putting their money into these plays. People put money into these stocks. And that's what makes the stock go up. These aren't random fake bots right now. This is people are buying out there in the world ALMS. And as more money goes into LAMS, the stock's price rises as it becomes more valuable. Now, ALMS right here, you need to think now, not what are you want to do today, not where do you want to buy today. And that's where, again, so many people get caught up. They're being too selfish. You're thinking about yourself. I want to make money. How do I make cash? How do I make profit? That's not what it's about. What it's more about is thinking, how is everyone else perceiving the play? So right now, ALMS, how is everyone else perceiving the play? Well, the trend line's starting to crack. People are going to get worried. People, again, final safety net is going to be 1870. If 1870 starts cracking, watch for massive panic all the way down to $17. Like, I'm thinking outside myself. I'm thinking about what is everyone else believing right now? How are other investors seeing it? Well, again, ALMS starting to crack the uptrend. ALMS falling on down to the VWAP. If ALMS goes underneath 1870, watch for a big red candle right here. That's going to be panic. But I know maybe you are going to say, ooh, I'm in at 1940. Oh, come on. I'm in at 1940. You got to bounce back up. Come on, bounce back on up, above 1940 right now. That's where I'm in on. The stock market doesn't care about you. You need to get outside of your own little bubble and perceive it as, how are other people perceiving this play? Because your little $2,000 investment has no power whatsoever compared to $200 million that are flowing through this stock right now. Right? So remember that. Sit down every morning and say, not what you want. Again, no one cares what I want either, so it doesn't matter. Don't get offended by it. It's what does everyone else want? What does the majority of people want? Well, the majority of people want ALMS because it's a great press release, but the majority of people are also going to be nervous if certain things happen, aka a VWAP crack, aka this cracks, right? It's all about psychology. You got to think about psychology. You got to understand psychology. You got to be able... Guys, why didn't anyone tell me that the music was so freaking loud the entire time? No one here wants to say, hey, the music might be a little loud. Was everyone just completely content on the fact that you could probably barely hear me? Was everyone completely content that there was music blast? I had one guy over on YouTube be like, hey, the music's a little loud right now. Not one person told me. Hey, you guys say I kind of liked it. All right. I mean, you guys are a little bit of psychos. I like what you guys are thinking. All right. Hey, everyone! Hey! Hey, as long as you guys could hear me. As long as you guys can hear me, and you guys are saying I was jamming out, I was feeling it, then it makes me happy. Little side note, AEVA starting to move itself on up. AEVA starting to move itself on up a little bit. Now, AEVA, I'm going to be frank with you, one of my favorite press releases. Take a look at ALMS, guys. ALMS still at 1930. AEVA was one of my favorite press releases. If you guys take a look over here, and we take a look at everything you need to know today, right? Everything you need to know today. If we scroll on down, ALMS is obviously the number one top play, right? But we also do have that AEVA press release. AEVA and NVIDIA to integrate 4D Lidar. This was a press release that came out last night. Was also alerted here earlier this morning, where AEVA, news last night, NVIDIA and AVA, that was at 6:58 this morning. But I also know it was alerted last night at the end of the day as well. If we scroll on up here, there were two press releases alerted last night. That was AEVA last night at 6:45 and CYCN at 6 o'clock at night as well. Or again, 4 o'clock, excuse me. And AEVA right now is starting to move itself on up. But having, again, a partnership with NVIDIA, that's always a good press release. People are always going to like that. People are always going to say, hey, that's one that is going to get a lot of hype. But right now, challenge is complete. You know, I want to make more money. I want to try to get my first, $1,000 day of 2026. First $1,000 day of 2026 is the goal today, guys. So we're kind of changing the challenge here. We already passed the challenge, but let's try to get our first $1,000 profit. Let's try to get our first $1,000 day. Let's try to get our first $1,000 opportunity here. Let's see anyone in first place. Let's see who's taking over right now in the tournament. Dan P. Dan P is currently in first place. I haven't made a second trade just yet. Dan P is currently in first place, $2,800 over in the trading tournament at this time. A couple of you guys are getting after it. A couple people going in the red a little early. Guys, little heads on up. You can't lose more than $6,000 in a day or you are disqualified from the tournament. So again, make sure you understand that. You got to still be a good trader to win this. You can't just YOLO trades. Where's the SPY at right now? SPY starting to move on up. We're almost at record highs, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost at brand new record highs. Top resistance, 690.91. Top resistance, 690.50. Top resistance, 691. We are, again, setting ourselves up inside a monster ascending triangle pattern on the S&P 500. S&P 500 getting itself ready to go. S&P 500 getting itself ready for the next move. Can we be able to spike back on up towards that 690 plus area? S&P 500, a lot of traders are, again, trying to stay ready. A lot of traders are trying to stay focused here. A lot of traders are saying, hey, you know what? I want to try to make as much money as we possibly can. We know that 690 mark's not going to be easy to break through. We know, again, we've had strong resistance. We've had strong resistance. We have had strong resistance, and we've had strong resistance. As we get close to that 690 area, people are going to be getting themselves ready and excited to see if we're going to break out of that. Now, I will say this. When I trade, again, the S&P 500 over on the one-stop prop tournament, you know, I'm trading US 500. US 500 is kind of the crazy version of the S&P 500. Little heads up for you. I will say, if we break through these record highs, there's a chance that we go on a beautiful squeeze. I will also say we have gotten reversed once, twice, 3, 4 times, or possibly 4 times at, again, you know, this upcoming area. Please make sure that you guys understand that. So we are at a key area for you to have success on. A key area where either A, we're going to break out and possibly run up towards new record highs, or B, get a possible reversal. If I were you and you guys are trying to win the one-stop prop tournament, either at this point, you're getting ready to load up for the breakout, or you are getting ready to load up for the reversal. But you are coming up to a key point in the next few moments on the S&P 500 where you are either going to make a lot of money or you could potentially lose a lot of money. But it's an area that if you are on the correct side, you're going to be able to put yourself up on the tournament. Okay? D-Nice, that's you in first place right now. Shout out to you, D-Nice. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I can't have that. I can't be in second or third. Second or third, guys. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable in every single way. That's the motto here in the Dekmar household. Once I have kids, if my kid ever comes in second place, he will not be able to he's not allowed to sleep with a blanket on in winter until he wins. If he does not come in first place, he will be on the wooden floor. If he doesn't want to sleep on the wooden floor, you come in first place. People say, hey, that's harsh. That's abuse. I say that's the breakfast of champions. Let's get some winners here. If you ain't first, you're last. Lug, that sounds harsh, but very fair. Very fair. Right now, the S&P 500's going for it, guys. S&P 500's going for it. $690, guys. S&P 500. Let's all get the exact record high so that we're aware of it. The S&P 500 at this moment, 52-week high, 691.66. Just a little heads on up, 691.66. Also, little side note: do we have any economic data coming out in the next few moments? I know. Go back to yesterday. Go back to yesterday, and let's scroll on down here. Actually, hold on. Gotta go back to yesterday. And let's go back to the economic calendar yesterday. Look at this, guys. So this was all of yesterday. Yesterday, what to watch out for this week. And we have to look out on Tuesday. Tuesday, Costco is expected to release its monthly sales. 8 a.m., all right, 9 a.m. There's nothing at 10 a.m. JP Morgan will hold a CES fireside chat. Let's go here. Economic data, Tuesday, 8 a.m., 4:30. So there's nothing today at 10 a.m. A lot of time there is 10 o'clock data. 10 o'clock data, ISM manufacturing. Wednesday, 10 a.m. data, JOLTS data. You know, you could see Friday, 8:30, 10 a.m. A lot of times there is 10 a.m. data. Right now, there is no 10 a.m. data. Right now, we're starting to spike. Guys, we do have the S&P 500 coming on up. Who here is on the long side on the S&P 500 over on One Stop Prop right now? Who here is on the long side on the S&P 500 on the One Stop Prop Challenge right now? Oh, boy. The leaderboard's about to do some shifting here, people. The leaderboard's about to do some shifting here. Iggy. Nice little trade today. Shout out to you, buddy. ALMS. ALMS, guys. Little bit of pullback. Little heads on up, guys. ALMS. Bounce play off VWAP. Bounce play off VWAP. Bounce play off. If that VWAP goes, we're going to see a big, long, lower shadow to like 1740. Just a little heads on up. If that VWAP goes, we are going to see that lower shadow to like 1740. Now, what do I mean by VWAP goes? If the VWAP cracks, if basically we go underneath it and everyone gets scared and panics. You know, if it goes, if it cracks, if it's done, right? Uber's been moving up all morning. I love this. Uber is one of my biggest investments of 2026. I told you guys that many times already. Why is Uber doing so well? Traders, it comes on down to, again, last night. Everyone, again, go follow me on X if you guys don't. If you guys don't follow me on X, go back down to last night. I was literally giving you guys the details. I expect this to take over the next steps of AI. This is, again, the CEO of NVIDIA going over and talking about their autonomous vehicle. We have, again, right here. Take a look at this. We had the CEO go into detail about their brand new AV vehicle, autonomous vehicle, self-driving. Yield to a jaywalker. That's an illegal jaywalker right there. Do not walk across the street without a crosswalk. Is that another jaywalker? Okay, they have a crosswalk. It's a busy road. I will say that, guys. That's a busy road. But why is Uber moving up so well? Why is Uber moving so well right here? It's just because, you know, autonomous vehicles from NVIDIA getting the hype, getting the momentum, getting the action. SPY, still a new high. Guys, it's this big ascending triangle pattern. It's the big ascending triangle pattern right now over on the SPY. Now, traders, I will say this. I will say this also on the one-stop prop tournaments, okay? They're free tournaments. Now, what do I mean by they're free? They're free tournaments. You have nothing to lose if you do just go for a fun they're all meant for fun. Now, yes, you do, again, be able to win. You can win, again, a $100,000 trading account. You can win a $4,000 trading account. And I like to just have fun with you guys, make it fun and competitive. But at the same time, if it comes to Wednesday, Thursday, and you're not in first place, go on a crazy trade.